Parkview's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game. the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show at Spooler Stadium, week number 7 in the Summit Athletic Conference rivalry week in the SAC. And we think we got a good one for you tonight here on SummitCitySports.com as the Snider Panthers take on the Northrop Bruins. Snider comes in 5-1, Northrop 4-2. And the Bruins have not beaten Snider since Bill Clinton was in the White House back in 1999. Jim Measle here along with Ryan Dellinger and Dave Peterson. And safe to say, Ryan, that Snider has controlled this rivalry of late, but Northrop is a much improved football team.
Yeah, they've been able to put up quite a few points this season, and their defense is getting better. It's a work in progress. The Snider Panthers kind of been up and down here lately. They've put up some big points last week against a not a very good Wayne defense. So we'll see tonight what gives in this rivalry. One thing we know about these two teams, generally when they play each other, there's a lot of points scored. I anticipate that again tonight here at Spooler Stadium. It's the first time these two teams will meet each other on the new turf as well.
I think one of the big keys tonight, turnovers. I was putting the stuff together for tonight's broadcast, and I could not believe, looking at the Snider statistics, they have only turned the ball over once in 6 games.
That's amazing. And I think we saw Northrop turn it over 5 times against Southside on the opening night. And I saw them
turn it over against Carroll 6 times.
Ouch.
Now they've taken care of the ball a lot better in recent weeks, but they can't put the ball on the ground against Snider tonight.
Yeah, and Snider's going to want to establish the run game. We know they can throw the ball. John Barnes is a very good quarterback for the Snider Panthers. And it'll just be interesting to see if Northrop can dial up any pressure to get on the senior quarterback. And they just don't. I mean, they don't drop the ball. They don't get deflected passes that turn into interceptions. The quarterback or the running backs don't fumble. It's amazing that this far into the season that they only have 1 turnover on the season.
Well, what a difference a week makes. We were here last week for Snider and Wayne on a horrible night for weather. Thunderstorms, lightning, delaying games, and in some cases postponing games. Snider's game with Wayne was delayed for 2 hours, but it got down just after 11 o'clock because basically Snider ran the ball all night, and then they got a big enough lead in the second half where the running clock criteria clicked in. So we were done just after 11. We were one of the early games to get done last week. Northrop didn't even play against Lourdes last Friday. They had to wait 24 hours. Northrop won a thriller last week over the Knights, 27-26 on a late field goal. But you got to wonder if one less day of preparation is going to be a factor tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, I think it certainly could be. You change your practice routine as well because you got to have that day of rest, and you got to let your guys recuperate mentally and physically. And Northrop didn't get that, and they were in a tight, tough, grueling matchup against Bishop Luers, and in fact, that's back-to-back weeks for Northrop that they've been in close games. The week before they went to overtime against Concordia.
Well, Northrop football this season has rivaled the perils of Pauline. They have been in 4 games in which the score was 11 points or less and have won all 4 of those games. And last week against Lourdes, the quarterback Dylan Hoot passed for 161 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Green had a big night on the ground, 181 yards and 2 scores. And Quaylen Pettis, what an athlete that young man is. Outstanding on the basketball court, pretty good on the football field as well. He had 102 yards in receiving yardage last week and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, they have some weapons on offense. It's their defense that has been the issue, and they're going to want to try to establish a run against Snider because, let's face it, Hoot and their other quarterback, they don't generally throw the ball too deep, but when they do look for Pettis. Their offensive line is solid, Northrop's is, so I completely anticipate this to be a good competitive game.
Well, it's homecoming here at Northrop, and we understand members of the 1974 state championship team from Northrop are here tonight. Back then it was one class.
Right on.
One champion in the state of Indiana. And back when Northrop won the championship, they played at Assembly Hall. They played the state finals at Assembly Hall in the early 70s. Then I think the next year they moved to Market Square Arena, and they stayed there until the then Hoosier Dome opened up. So and I do recall when Northrop won the state title in 74, on the way back, they ran into a heck of a snowstorm coming back home.
I was 3.
You were 3.
So if you say it happened, it happened.
But Walter Jordan was on that team.
He was a very good AAU coach for the longest time here in Fort Wayne. Coached myself and my brother for a short time, so we know Walter really well.
Well, we get a chance to talk more and reminisce about that 74 team tonight. We'll do so. Again, tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Acme Bar and Grill is currently located at 1105 East State Boulevard in Fort Wayne. Order your favorite pizza, pasta, salad, and more, all with the click of a button. Acme Bar and Grill accepts orders online for pickup. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Meal to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. The world is waiting for you to make a difference in a way that only you can. Discover your strengths at Indiana Wesleyan University's residential campus in Marion, Indiana. Visit indwes.edu. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big-Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big-Eye Fish. Al Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been serving consistent food since 1973. Our recipes use only the best fresh ingredients, family-owned. We pride ourselves on great quality. For more information, go to alaztecarestaurant.com. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. You can count on us to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. The weather is absolutely perfect for football right now. We're at about 60 degrees. Weatherman says we're supposed to get down into the low 50s by the time we're done at 10 o'clock. But it's a far better weather situation right now than it was 168 hours ago. Again, you're with us on SummitCitySports.com. This is the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show at Parkview Sports Medicine. It's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. Week number 7, and down the stretch we come. As it's rivalry week, in Week 7 in the Summit Athletic Conference, and I'm just so fired up about tonight. And it is going to be a fun night because we're going to be watching these scores come in from out of town, and I think we're going to pause now for the playing of our national anthem. And it's high school football time in Fort Wayne. Let's take a look at some of the other action tonight around the Summit Athletic Conference. We have Wayne hosting Concordia. Wayne at 0-6, Concordia at 2-4. In the Battle of the Bishops, Lours is at Dwenger. Dwenger is 5-1. Lours is 1-5. But that's a game you can just throw the records out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe even the clock tonight is my gut.
Always a fun game, Ryan. North side at south side, and you're very familiar with that rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big one, to say the least. The totem pole game out there tonight. I know a lot of people were going. Since I associate a lot of time with South Side, just everybody was fired up about having the home game tonight against North Side. We saw, even though South Side lost last week to Carroll, highly competitive in that game. That was right down to the fourth quarter. It got started, and it was a 6-point game. It was going Carroll's way, and South hit some plays down the seams, made some big plays. Their defense is good, very good at times. They hit very well. And, Northside, I think they were all the way down to their third-string quarterback last week using Bassett. And if they don't have Deuce Taylor back tonight or Ronald Collins III at quarterback, it could be a long night for the Northside Legends.
And you talk about the immovable object meeting the irresistible force. Homestead's offense against Carroll's defense, and that'll be in Neon Nation tonight.
Yeah, and Homestead's defense has not given up a lot of points either, but that Carroll defense they fly to the ball. Whenever they make a tackle, there's 3, 4, 5 guys there at the point of contact against the offensive player. We saw them last week against Southside. They were in the backfield a lot harassing Clark, but they're going to be up against a whole new thing this week in Luke Goody, the quarterback for Homestead. He throws the ball all over the field. He's got Kistler, he's got Archibald, he's got Griffin Little. He probably throws it to the mailman that's driving by and hits him on stride. So he's had I think he's only got one interception, and that was last week he may have thrown it. So I think that's going to be a lower scoring game than some people think, just because Carroll's defense is very good.
Yeah, Homestead has scored 242 points in 6 games, and Carroll has allowed only 44 points. Just amazing how much improvement Carroll has made defensively after last year when things weren't so quite solid on the defensive side of the ball at Carroll.
Yeah, that's right. They played that game against Snider. They looked very good defensively as well. And then the season progressed, and their only 2 more wins came against South and North. And the wheels really came off late in the season for Carroll, and then Snider just completely demolished them in the sectionals. But they've grown. They've gotten much bigger. They have some giant guys on their defense. They're long. They get to the ball. Their defensive backs, Ray Vollmer's very good back there in that secondary for them. So their experience I just don't know if they have enough offensively. They did struggle against Southside last week trying to block the Southside defensive line. South lived in the backfield for much of the game, and Becker ran all over the place to save his life.
All right, and in the Summit Athletic Conference standings, Homestead's in first at 6-0. They still control their own destiny for the victory bell. Dwenger and Snider at 5-1. Carroll and Northrop at 4-2. Concordia and Northside at 2-4. Lourdes and Southside at 1-5. Wayne at 0-6. We're about 10 minutes away from the start of tonight's game, so why don't we step aside here for a couple minutes, and we'll take a look at some of the other action around the area following this timeout on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve.
Welcome back to Spooler Stadium, everybody. Jim Measel along with Ryan Dellinger and our cameraman Dave Peterson. And we have a little bit of time here. Let's take a look at some of the other action around the area tonight in week number 7 of the high school football season in Indiana. Sectional draw is a week from Sunday. In the ACAC tonight, Adams Central. The Flying Jets play at Southern Wells. It's Bluffton at Heritage. And Jay County plays at South Adams. South Adams coming off their big win last week over Adams Central. They did play that game Friday night, and they weren't delayed as much as the games around Fort Wayne were. They were further south, and they managed to get the game in a timely manner. In the Northeast State, the huge game tonight. It's East Noble, Columbia City. The Knights perfect so far this season, ranked number 5 in the state in 4A. Columbia City at 4-2 overall and 2-2 in the conference. Leo's at Huntington North. New Haven travels to Belmont, and it's the DeKalb Barons playing host to the Norwell Knights. Northeast Corner Conference, it's Cherubusco at Central Noble. Eastside travels to Fremont to take on the Eagles. Fairfield's at Garrett in Big Train Country. Undefeated West Noble hosting Lakeland, and Angola hosting Prairie Heights.
That's an interesting conference there because I believe none of them played Friday, did they?
You are correct, sir, as Ed McMahon used to say.
Yeah, so they've all got the same dilemma. They have that one less day of preparation and recovery, so There might be some upsets in that conference tonight.
Well, if Eastside beats Fremont, they'll clinch the Northeast Corner Conference Small School Division Championship. And both teams are coming out of the field. The Snider Panthers in their road whites with the black numerals. The Northrop Bruins gather at midfield in their home orange jerseys tonight with the white numerals and brown trim. A couple other games to keep an eye on tonight. Obviously, Homestead Carroll. Huge game in the SAC. A figure if Homestead wins that game, that should just about lock up the victory bell for them. East Noble, Columbia City. That's going to be a tough game for East Noble. Columbia City is at home, and so East Noble looking to win that game and stay undefeated. And DeKalb, much improved DeKalb Barron team, looking to go to 6-1. And if they win tonight, that'll be the first winning season for the Barons since 2007. In the Associated Press polls this week, in 6A, Homestead was ranked 3rd, Snider 8th. In 4A, East Noble was ranked 4th, DeKalb 14th, Leo 15th. In 3A, West Noble was ranked 11th, Concordia 6th. And in single A, South Adams ranked number 2, Adams Central number 5, Cherubusco number 8. The number 1 teams in the state, according to the AP, Avon in 6A, New Palestine in 5A, New Prairie in 4A, West Lafayette in 3A, Cass in 2A, and Indianapolis Lutheran in 1A. The sun shining right in our eyes right now. It's been kind of playing hide and seek with the clouds in the west for the last 15 minutes, but now it's found an opening. And so our picture may not be as good as it might be, but long about 7:30, once that sun dips below the stands on the far side, that should not be a problem. We'll have the reenactment of the coin toss. Go ahead,
The
Brian.
whole team's coming out on the field.
Oh, my.
For both teams.
Yes, this is quite a sight here.
Actually, that's probably only the seniors for Snider. To be honest with you, Jim. They have 30-some.
And now the officials are going to get a hold of this thing right here and right now. The guy in the white hat telling the Snider players to move back a little bit. And they're doing the same thing now to Northrop. Oh, the emotions are running high right now, Ryan. And I got to tell you, ask you something as a coach. What do you tell 16, 17, 18-year-old players to make sure that the emotions don't go too high?
I say go play.
Go play?
Go play. Let it go. You didn't prepare all week not to come out and play to the top of your abilities. And every time these two teams play, it doesn't matter. Basketball, volleyball, football, soccer, it's always the same.
Well, we were talking beforehand, one of the unique things about the football rivalry is that this is the home field for both teams. So Snider playing on their field, which they play their home games on, but tonight they are the visiting team and in the visiting locker room.
Yeah, and it's a little different for them, but, the turf still 100 yards either way. So
okay, I'll have the kid get on my shoulders and get the tape measure, just like in Hoosiers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ollie, how much does it measure?
Oh, that's better. That sun has gone behind that cloud in the western sky.
We don't need I was going to put the sunglasses out, but I don't think we're going to need them. Branham, beautiful Branham, huh? Okay.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Say that again.
Beautiful upgrades to the facility here at Spooler Stadium. Not only the new turf, but the press box has been fixed up. We got new windows here. We got a new desk. Everything's been spit shined here. And it's a wonderful facility. Still a little bit crowded, though, for Northrop Snider, but that's all right.
Looks like back to receive. A bunch of people for Northrop. You've got number 2, Krayshawn Mention, and number 34, Darius Cowan. And can you catch that number on the far side of the field, Jim?
Well, it's
20.
It looks like 13.
13?
That would be Adrian Sewell. So Snider will kick off. The wind will not be a factor here tonight. There is no wind whatsoever.
And it was windy here earlier today, Jim, for most of the day.
59 degrees at game time. An absolutely perfect night for high school football in the Summit City. So fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night, as Betty Davis once said. We are underway at Spooler Stadium. And Sewell comes up on it, takes it on the run. He's up to the 20. He's up to the 30 and brought down right there at the 30-yard line. So here we go, folks. First down for Northrop at their own 30-yard line with decent field position.
See who they run out there at quarterback. Will it be Hoot? He had a pretty good week last week.
It is Hoot. Issa Chachari has also seen time at quarterback. In fact, Chachari's only touchdown pass of the season was the winning score against Southside in week 2. They'll start with 4 receivers, 3 to the near side, 1 to the left. 1 setback. First down from the 30-yard line. And that's Cowan, the lone setback, number 34. First play from scrimmage. And option look. It's Cowan taking the pitch. He's at the 30 and tripped up and falls forward to the 34-yard line, tripped up by Cameron Trotter, who came off the bench last week, Ryan, and did a fine job on offense running the football.
Yeah, when he came out of middle school, he was a running back mostly and had a big career out at Lane Middle School, and now playing a little bit more defense here tonight. Good middle linebacker, outside linebacker, so we'll see how much he carries the ball tonight for the Panthers.
4 receivers again, 3 to the left, 1 to the near side, second down and 6. Cowan does not get the ball. Instead, Hoot keeps it as he faked the belly dive there, and Hoot got 3 yards to the 37. That'll bring up third down and 3 for the Northrop Bruins at their own 37.
A little read option again by quarterback, a little almost like a run-pass option play there, an RPO, but he kept it that time. He faked me out, Jim.
Line the gain is the 40. We have played a minute here at Spooler Stadium, just underway. Hope you're enjoying the action on SummitCitySports.com. Man in motion to the left. Now they have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. Cowan, the handoff, is met and dropped for a loss, and that play was busted up by a young man who's very familiar to Fort Wayne High School football fans, number 92, Giannini Belazar.
He's definitely going to make the all-name team, isn't he? He's a very good player. He's very nimble on his feet. He attracts a lot of attention when he's in there on that defensive line, and now a punting situation for Northrop.
27 tackles for Belazar this year, 22 of them solos, 10 of those tackles behind the line of scrimmage, or TIFLs, tackles for loss.
Look out.
Ooh, that punt's not very good. It's straight up the elevator shaft, and this is going to be a short punt of only about 12 yards. It's down at the Northrop 49, and Snider gets a short field for their opening possession.
You're just playing with fire, Jim, when you give them those short field positions, because they can take a shot right away if they really want to. But I think they're going to try to get Lenny Bennett going in the running game here early against Northrop and try to control the pace.
Snider basically ran the football all night last week against Wayne. Very few passing plays for the Panthers. And there goes Lenny Bennett. Bennett and the quarterback, John Barnes Jr., we call him Snider's Killer Bees. And Bennett picked up 5 yards on that play.
Just a simple play, like I think they call that one their blast play, and it worked that time. They're going to run behind Randy Holtz all night long.
Bennett entering this game, 79 carries, 646 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Second down and 5 for Snider at the Northrop 44. And they're going to the air, and they have a completion for a first down, and getting down to the 33-yard line. That was Alonzo Derrick. 21 catches, 296 yards, and 4 touchdowns for that young man this year. First down for the Snider Panthers.
And, they put a man in motion that time. That told John Barnes that they were in zone coverage because nobody went with the receiver, and it made it very easy for everybody to realize what they were going to do on that pass play, and they just simply threw a little out pattern to Alonzo Derrick, and an easy first down. Some confusion here on what play they want to run.
Play clock under 10. It's down to 7, 6. We still have time. No panic here. First down, they'll run it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And look at Bennett run hard. And the offensive line doing their job as well. Bennett picking up 8 yards.
They just pulled the right guard and tackle around on that play. It opened up a massive hole for Lenny Bennett. He's a speedster. He gets behind your linebackers. He can take it all the way to the house.
All right, we got DJ Moore at 300 pounds, number 77. Randy Holtz at 350. He wears number 71 on the left side of that line. The field is kind of tilted toward the side right now. It's second down and 2 at the 26-yard line. Here's a pass that's caught by Duff. He's inside the 15, inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. First and goal for Snider.
We'll take a look at that again on the Traction AP replay, maybe, since our computer did not want to do that. Now we'll try it again. There we go. And first and goal.
The ball is at the 7. The first down markers are down. First and goal for the Snider Panthers, trying to take advantage of the short field following the very short Northrop punt. Play action fake. Oh, the pass too high at the goal line.
And
some
flag.
Contact. Yeah.
Holding. I believe it's holding on the receiver who was trying to run a slant just straight across there, and he got grabbed basically as soon as he left the line of scrimmage.
Officials talking over. This is our first penalty of the night. 7:59 to go in the first quarter. Snider knocking on the door. They change personnel. And Trotter comes into the ball game now in the backfield.
It's a jumbo package.
Interference to call on Northrop, so mark it off from the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be half the distance. This will put Snider inside the 5. Again, in high school football, pass interference is assessed from the line of scrimmage. It's not a spot foul like you see on Sundays. So let's put the ball just short of the 3. Still first down for the Snider Panthers, and they go jumbo. And it's Trotter off the right side. Give that man 6 points. Touchdown, Snider Panthers. Trotter runs over to the official on the far side, standing at the pylon, gives him the ball, and now celebrates with his teammates.
A very, very easy play there. I think, Jim, you and I might have been able to run through that one.
That's an impressive drive for the Snider offensive line. Trotter and Bennett and Barnes will get the headlines, but boy, that offensive line is just terrific. Here's the extra point attempt now. The kick is up, and the kick is good for Trent Ryder. And we have a timeout of the field. New score on the board. Snider 7, Northrop nothing. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back to Spiller Stadium, and a short kickoff. It's going out of bounds. And here comes the flag. What the heck happened there? That was one of my tee drives right there.
Yeah, mine usually hits a tree, maybe some sand, a house if it's available.
No mulligans in this situation, so Northrop will get decent field position. Again, Trotter scoring from 3 yards out. Ryder's PAT was good. Snider on top, 7-0. Dwenger has an early 6-0 lead over Lours in the Battle of the Bishops. Dwenger number 5 in the state in Class 5A entering tonight's action. They're only lost to Homestead this year. So first down for the Northrop Bruins. They need some first downs now, kind of stop this early Snider momentum. They'll go with 3 receivers again to the left, 1 to the near side. Cowan, the lone setback. Hoot, the quarterback. And he's going to throw for the first time tonight. His pass is caught over the 40-yard line, and Sewell dragged down immediately at the 41 after a gain of 6. And the tackle made by number 32, Isaiah Maxwell, a sophomore. He's had 20 tackles this season. Second down and 4 for Northrop. The ball at their own 41-yard line. Sun comes out again, playing peekaboo with the clouds, but it should be gone about another 15 minutes. Cowan the handoff, met in the backfield, got away, fumbles the ball. There is a scramble at the 46-yard line. Snider had it first. Northrop may have gotten it back, though. They're going to have to unpile that mass of humanity at the 46. Guy in the white hat stops the clock.
Yeah, I was watching it on here on the replay, and it bounced right between the legs of a Snider player. I think Northrop came back up with it, though.
They did. Yes, indeed.
And it's enough for a first down.
Elijah Fincher, number 14, 5'9", 155 senior, managed to get the ball back for Northrop, and they got a first down out of all that. So first down for the Bruins at their own 46. Snider leads 7-0 with 6:55 to go in the opening quarter. Glad you're with us tonight here on SummitCitySports.com. Jim Measle, along with Ryan Dellinger, our cameraman once again, Big Dave Peterson. First down from the 46. And Hoots in trouble, and down he goes. Oh, my. Belazar getting the sack. That's his 11th tackle for loss this season, his 4th sack as well.
Man, he was in there in a hurry, wasn't he?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he is a load. That'll be a loss of 6. And Northrop now behind the markers. 2nd and 16 for the Bruins at their own 40. Northrop in their home orange jerseys, Snider in their road whites. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. On 2nd and 16. Trotter sneaking up to the line of scrimmage. Here he comes from the secondary, and they run it, and it's a big play. Cowan picking up nice yardage out to the 46-yard line, a 14-yard gain. They were shooting the secondary backs. Looked like a safety blitz there, Ryan, and they called the right play.
Yep, just a quick little draw play there to Cowan, and he picks up relatively 14 easy yards.
So 3rd and 2. 3rd and very manageable now for Northrop. Line against the Snider 44. 2 receivers on each side. Let's see if 34 gets the touch here. Nope, they're going to throw. Hoots pass is caught for a first down at the 40-yard line. Driven back, but they will give the receiver, who was Krishan Menson, the first down. Forward progress to the 41.
It's a good drive thus far by Northrop after the averted disaster on the fumble. That's the kind of stuff you need to have happen if you want to stay in a game here early, get some good luck going here on homecoming.
Now, after that early Snider score, the last thing Northrop needed was a 3-and-out. Now they've marched the ball to the Snider 41-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. Man in motion as mentioned, number 2. Cowan off the left side.
There's a hold. Did they call it?
I don't see a flag.
There was a big-time hold there.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy? He just reached out and grabbed the Snider defender and pulled him down.
Well, I guess it's not holding if they're not going to call it.
You're right. But you could see his jersey come off his body. And they did get it.
Oh, they did?
They did get it, see?
All right, so take down the yardage for Cowan and a holding penalty against the Bruins. We were looking for a flag. I couldn't find one out there.
I was like, they're really not going to call that? I mean, his jersey was coming off his body.
And that's a spot foul. So they lose 12 yards total since it happened 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That makes it 1st and 22 now for the Bruins, back at their own 47. 4:20 left in the first quarter. Snider on top, 7-0. 2 receivers on each side. Option again. Oh, the pass. The ball's deflected and scoop. And this will be a scoop and score for Snider. Touchdown. Give that man 6 points. And that was Keel. Markel Keel, number 38. Markel Keel to the house. We'll get the yardage here in a moment. But what a big play by the sophomore. And Snider builds a 2-touchdown lead thanks to their defense.
Keel with the score.
We'll get the yardage again. Maybe we can catch the yardage on the replay. But a stunning development here at Spooler Stadium. Just when it looked like Northrop was building some momentum. Ryder on for the extra point to make it 14-0. Snap, spotted, booted in that direction, and the kick is good. And a timeout. A new score on the board. Snider 14, Northrop nothing. And we're back with more in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Team Pineapple Volleyball Club has become synonymous with top-level volleyball in Northeast Indiana. Lloyd Ball is the owner and director at Team Pineapple. Ball is a 4-time Olympian and a gold medalist at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. Team Pineapple trains at the brand new Ball Sports Academy. This facility has indoor volleyball courts, Parkview Sports Performance and Ortho Clinic, an Olympic weight room, in-house massage therapy, and the state-of-the-art CET Cryo Spa for post-training therapy. Head north on Highway 69 towards Angola and come see how champions are made at the Ball Sports Academy. For more info, visit teampineapple.com.
All right, a stunning turn of events here at Spooler Stadium as the Snider Panthers, thanks to their defense, now leading 14-0. We're going to call that a 30-yard fumble return for Makeel Keel. And Northrop has dug themselves an early hole here in homecoming. The kick is returned. Oh, my, that was a huge hit by Trotter. And Cowan, he got up after that hard hit. Shows you what type of player he is. He takes it out to the 23-yard line. I was kind of hesitant there, Ryan, because I thought for a moment, well, they're going to call a shovel pass, but no, it was clearly a pitch back. And Keel got the deflection, got the scoop, and got the score.
Yeah, he's the one who actually tipped it and then took off to the races, picked it up, and made a good play out of it for the Panthers.
And he's only a sophomore. Big play by a young man there who still has 2 years of varsity ball left. Northrop down 14-0, and they'll pass it on first down, and it's going to be
almost picked off. Was it caught?
It is caught. Holy smokes, what a catch at the 47-yard line. And that was Sewell with the catch. 24 yards on that pickup.
Wow, it looked like it was underthrown everybody.
We're at the time of night here.
Yeah, playing with our eye. The lights just, we're at like dusk here. It's kind of, in that spot on the field, it's very dark.
Those of you who play baseball, you know what I'm talking about. We're at the time of night where it gets a little tricky seeing the ball. Northrop gaining yardage on the ground as Cowan gets 5 yards right there. He's already touched the ball 5 times tonight, 6 times if you count the holding penalty. 5 carries for Cowan for 28 yards. 14-0 Snider. We have 3:12 remaining in the first quarter. Northrop has moved the ball into Snider territory now. 2nd down and 5 for the Bruins. They trail 14-0. Now 4 receivers for the Bruins. 3 on this side. Cowan again up the middle. Breaks free. Gets a first down running hard to the 41-yard line. And a nice job by the Northrop offensive line here.
You're watching they don't really run a true tight end as Northrop, but they're letting the defensive ends of Snider get up the field, and they're trying to run right at Belazar and then into the middle there, and they're having very good yards gained on those plays, and they're just taking a couple players out of the play quickly, and all you have to defend is maybe 2 players.
First down for Northrop. They had a nice drive going a few moments ago before the fumble, which turned into a scoop and score. 4 receivers on first down. Option look. Ooh, ouch. My goodness. Quarterback Dylan Hood took a pop there. I tell you what, over the years, after you play Snider, you feel it for a few days.
Yeah, you need to go take a bath, an ice bath for sure.
2nd down and 11. The ball is at the Snider 42-yard line. Clock running. We have 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Snider on top, 14-0. Trotter a touchdown from 3 yards out. and Keel a fumble return of 30 yards. Second down and 11 for the Northrop Bruins at the Snider 42. 4 receivers, option look again. Bit of a high pitch. Cowan in some trouble, and down he goes behind the line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line. That was Dominic Moon, another sophomore who made the tackle.
Yeah, he's a very good athlete. He's a good baseball player as well. And his father was a good athlete at Harding back in the day. Would have played against me and Dave here, Ray Moon, and he's no slouch himself. He can really move for a big guy.
You know, that's Moon's 4th tackle for loss this season, his 19th of the campaign, his 14th solo tackle as well.
Snider better know where Pettis is on this play.
Line the gains to 31 on 3rd and 14. They're going to run it. Cowan got 4 yards, maybe 5. They do not pass it on 3rd and long. Instead, they run it.
Well, they may probably in 4-down territory.
Let's see what they're going to spot it here, Ryan. They're going to put it down to the 41, so 4th and 10. And that's the 8th carry of the quarter for Cowan. He's already been busy. 45 seconds to go first quarter. I don't see a punter out there, Ryan.
Nope, unless they're going to pooch it. But they got a running back there. Generally, you'll pooch it if you just have just a quarterback there.
Line the gains to 31. Here's a big play. 4 receivers, 3 to the left. Hoot the throw. He's got time, and he's got a man. It's caught down to the 10-yard line. What a catch by Adrian Scott. Yo, Adrian. A pickup of 29 yards. First down, Northrop.
I think the safety that was in the middle of the field went the wrong way. He certainly did. Yep. Big gain there for Northrop.
That's the type of play that can turn a game around. 14, they'll have time to get one more play off here. Game clock's down to 10. First down at the 12. Long count here. We're getting close to the end of the quarter, and they decide not to snap it before the quarter runs out. After 1, Snider 14, Northrop nothing, but the Bruins are knocking on the door. Come back to see if they score following this timeout on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back to Spillers Stadium. Northrop is threatening to get on the scoreboard. Snider leads 14-0. Dwenger leads Lourdes 7-0. Lytle to O'Keefe, a 67-yard touchdown pass for the Saints. The PAT was no good. Eastside 7-6 over Fremont in the first. Norwell 9-0 over DeKalb in the first. Here, 14-0 Snider as we start the second quarter. First down for Northrop at the Panther 12-yard line following a 29-yard pass completion on 4th down. And a new running back in the game now for the Bruins. That is Jeremiah Green. And he picks up about 3 yards to the 9-yard line. There is a penalty flag down.
That was thrown right at the offensive line.
Could it be one of those drive killers, the hold? Waiting for the signal from our man in the white hat. Well, they're going to call a face mask on Snider.
Oh.
So the Bruins will get closer. A Bruin touchdown would make it a one-possession game. And they will mark off the penalty yardage from the spot of infraction, which was the 9. Half the distance. That's the first penalty on Snider tonight. The down will stay the same. First down. So Northrop can get a first down without getting a touchdown. The ball's just over the 5. 1st and 3. How many times do you say that? 2 receivers on each side. The lone setback is Green, number 5. He's got the handoff. He's to the 5. He's to the 1, and appears to have enough for a first down.
He just got away from Janini Bellows there on that play. He was right there, and the quick feet of the running back able to pick up a big yardage, and that's inside the 1.
They're only about a foot away, so put the first down markers down. 1st and goal for Northrop, a golden opportunity for the Bruins to get on the board here. They trail 14-0. It's their homecoming game, 11:18 to go in the first half. They go with 2 receivers on each side, 1 setback, that's Green. And Green has the handoff. I don't think he got there. No, he did get in. Give that man 6 points. Second effort got him in.
Yeah, he was stopped right at the goal line. And was able to drag a couple guys into the end zone.
Sorry, Ryan, that's Green's 6th touchdown of the season. It comes with 11:06 to go in the first half. Northrop on the board. On to try the extra point now. Tarek Bajoric, who booted a late field goal last week in the victory over Lures. He's 12 out of 14 on PATs this season. Ball is spotted, kick is up, it's in that direction, and the kick is good. A new score on the board, Snider 14, Northrop 7. We're back with more in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Team Pineapple Volleyball Club has become synonymous with top-level volleyball in Northeast Indiana. Lloyd Ball is the owner and director at Team Pineapple. Ball is a 4-time Olympian and a gold medalist at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. Team Pineapple trains at the brand new Ball Sports Academy. This facility has indoor volleyball courts, Parkview Sports Performance and Ortho Clinic, an Olympic weight room, in-house massage therapy, and the state-of-the-art CET Cryo Spa for post-training therapy. Head north on Highway 69 towards Angola and come see how champions are made at the Ball Sports Academy. For more info, visit teampineapple.com.
All right, Ryan, 14-7. Snider leading Northrop now by a touchdown out of town. I really shouldn't say out of town, in town. Devon Tippmann to the house from 2 yards out. The 2-point conversion attempt fails. And Dwenger now leads Lures 12-0 with 2:24 to go in the first quarter. Cherubusco now leads Central Noble 14-0 in the second. And way out of town, Coldwater 21, Marshall 20.
Whoa.
How about them Cardinals?
That's a rivalry right there.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, baby.
Those two schools not far apart.
And they don't like each other. We don't like Marshall a whole lot in Coldwater. Here's the kickoff through the end zone. Leo is playing tonight, and they now lead 14-3 over Huntington North. That game looks like it's late in the first quarter. Some of these folks that post the Twitter updates,
yeah,
you kind of have to decipher some things. 7-3, Homestead leads Carroll midway through the first. At least they don't put a whole bunch of emojis up, you know. Those are the ones that really get me. I'm going, what? You know, we have not seen the Snider offense a whole lot tonight. They've only been on the field for 6 plays. Their defense has accounted for one of the touchdowns. Here's a pass on first down, incomplete. Over the middle, as it was intended at the 35-yard line for Wells. I mean, that's only Snider's 7th offensive play tonight. Northrop, on the other hand, they've run the ball 14 times, and they've thrown it 4 times.
And now Snider going to go with a wide-open backfield. Nobody back there with John Barnes. They'll split 2 receivers to each side.
Yeah, that Snider offense has been on the bench for a while.
Nobody picked up Bennett here in the slot.
Look at this. He goes in motion. And he's got the football, and he's got running room. Oh, and he fumbles the ball after a big hit. Flag comes in.
Flag came in, yeah.
Yeah, Northrop recovers the fumble, but let's check out. We got 2 flags down. Bennett took a tremendous pop, and the officials are going to talk it over.
I'm looking at it here on the Traction AP replay. Oh, and they might call a targeting.
It was in that area from our vantage point.
And when there's 2 flags in the football, I believe that is laying there, almost 3 flags, so we'll see if they call that.
We got all 5 officials in a huddle. Personal foul on targeting on Northrop. Oh, boy. There's a big play right there that goes Snider's way.
You could see it there on the replay. It was pretty clear what it was. That's actually the first time I think this year, Jim, we've seen that.
Yep, on the high school level. Jason Dorfler is getting an explanation right now, and he doesn't look very happy.
And we'll take a look at it one more time here on the Traction AP replay, as Lenny Bennett is going to be the ball carrier here. As he turns it upfield. Yeah, it was the defensive player completely led with the crown of his helmet.
So bottom line, it's a first down for Snider at their own 48. That's their 3rd first down. So Bennett gets the 13-yard gain, or 12-yard gain. 25 yards now on 3 carries for Bennett. And that turns out to be a 27-yard play when you tack on the penalty yardage. 3 receivers to the right. Running play, Trotter. Trotter looking for room. Squeezes out somehow, about 4 yards out of all that. There was a lot of orange that he had to maneuver around.
I lost him in there. He's not very tall, and he got behind Randy Holtz and the other offensive lineman. And then those 2 big D linemen came in for Northrop, and he was just gone.
Listed as 5'10", 200 pounds. But, it just amazes me between football and basketball season how some football players grow about 2 or 3 inches in the 3 weeks before basketball season when you get the basketball rosters. 2nd down and 6. They swing it out here to Trotter. He's got the ball. He makes one man miss. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Boom, boom, boom. All the way down to the Northrop 29-yard line. Wow.
Here it again. Here it is again on the Traction AP replay.
Psych.
Yep. Bounces off of one guy. Stiffs arm another. Bounces off another defensive back and picks up another 10 yards.
Now that was a play. Now that's a football play right there, boy. So Snider moves the ball to the Northrop 30. And Barnes swings it out to the left side. It's caught. Across the 30 and taken out of bounds on the far side at the 27. The reception made by Alonzo Derrick for a gain of 3.
And I wonder if Lenny Bennett was maybe shaken up on that play.
We have not seen him since he took that big hit. Boy, I hope he's all right. We can't see over there on the Snider side if he's getting any sort of treatment. 2nd down and 7. Derrick the man in motion. Trotter, big hole off the left side. And he's all the way down to the 14. They're going to put him down to the 15-yard line, but Trotter has 12 yards and a Snider first down.
Trotter's a bruising runner, isn't he?
Oh, he's fast, too. He's the perfect build for a running back. 5'10", 200 pounds. I would imagine that's 200 pounds of muscle there. That's a load to bring down. Ball is at the Northrop 15. Snider's in the red zone trying to reestablish a 2-touchdown lead here. We have 9:22 to go in the first half. Here's a pass caught inside the 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Give that man 6 points. It's Barnes to Wells for the Snider touchdown.
Simple play, just a read there, and they throw it right up the seam to Wells. And how far did you say that one was,
15.
Jim?
So a response from Snider following the Northrop touchdown. They get it back to a 2-possession lead with 9:17 remaining. Ryder is on to try the extra point. We used the easy Ryder line last week, so...
you can use it again.
Well, once a season, all right? We're not Chris Berman here. False start on Snider, so this will make the extra point a little bit more adventuresome. Second penalty on Snider for 10 yards. And this will be a 25-yard extra point now for Ryder. Backup quarterback Darren Swanson's holding. Always keep that in mind when the backup quarterback is holding. Trying to make it 21-7. Here's the rush from the side. Oops, I think Northrop jumped offside this time. Back and forth we go.
And somebody lost their helmet.
Yeah, does he have to come out for a play now?
Yep.
He sure does. You lose your hat, you got to sit out a play. So did Northrop give him the 5 yards back? They did. A little bit too early for Christmas giving, isn't it? We're just
well, the weather's starting to feel like it.
Beautiful night for football. 59 degrees at game time. This is perfect. You don't need that heavy winter coat just yet. You don't need the blanket yet, or the 2 blankets, or the 3 blankets once we get into November, and the boots and all that stuff. All right, Ryder, third attempt. It's good. And a timeout with 9:17 to go in the first half. Snider 21, Northrop 7. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back to Spillers Stadium, everybody. It's Snider and Northrop. Snider leading Northrop 21-7. 15-yard touchdown pass. Barnes to Wells. And Ryder is 3 of 3 on PATs. Adams Central 28-0 over Southern Wells in the second. Fairfield leads Garrett 20-0 in the second in Big Train Country. Here's the kickoff. To the far side it goes. And it's corralled at the 15-yard line. That's Pettis with no room to go. And a nice job by Snider on the kick coverage. And Pettis is brought down at the 16-yard line. And Big Dave helping us out with his cell phone light here, giving us a little light. All right, that's good, Dave. We're good.
You know, Jim, can Northrop answer back here with another long drive because they're going to have to go, would we say, 84 yards here? And they've been able to move the ball a little bit on Snider here. The turnovers and the penalties have slowed them down a little bit, but they've been able to move the ball.
There we are. We got lights now. Let there be light. And there was light. All right, first down for Northrop. And it's a running play that's not going to go anywhere. As the ball carrier Green was dropped for a loss at the 16, they're going to lose about 3 yards. Boy, you just got to wonder, Ryan, that penalty on Northrop for targeting when Bennett was hit hard and fumbled the ball. Northrop recovered, but there was a targeting penalty on the Bruins. There's a turning point right there. Ball is back at the 16-yard line for Northrop on second down and 12. They're behind the markers. 3 receivers to the right. Quarterback Hoot back to throw, fires, and it's caught. Flag comes in. We'll check out the penalty flag. The reception made and a first down by Sewell. He's out to about the 39-yard line. Now let's check out the flag. If the play stands, it's a 23-yard gain. Hoot throwing the ball with a lot more confidence than we saw him earlier this season. Pass interference against Snider. He's delivering that ball with authority now. You know, he's 5 for 5 for 87 yards.
Wow.
And Sewell, that's his third catch for 53 yards tonight. Northrop has had the edge in time of possession, but Snider has a 2-touchdown lead, 21-7. One of the Snider scores by their defense. Ball is at the Northrop 39-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. Clock moving. We're coming down to 8 minutes to play in the first half. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts left. They may be checking off now. Play clock is at 5, 4, 3, 2. They get it off in time, and they'll run it for nothing. And Green stopped for no gain.
Snider's really daring them just to throw the ball. They've moved their guys up to the line of scrimmage to try to knock the guys off their routes.
21 plays now for Northrop, 16 on the ground. Snider has run the ball 6 times. They've thrown it 7. So Northrop has had 8 more plays, but they're down 2 scores. Again, Northrop has a defensive touchdown in this game.
Here's the blitz by the Panthers.
3 receivers to the right. Hoot. That blitz is picked up, and that pass is nearly intercepted, and 2 flags come in. That's going to be interference. The pass intended for Sewell, and there was contact by J. Sean Underwood.
And we'll take a look here on the Traction AP replay. This one's right in front of us here. Snider showed blitz, but they backed out of it. Oh, yeah. Underwood got there just a little bit too early.
They will mark it off from the line of scrimmage, which was the 39. And this will give Northrop a first down. They'll move the ball into Snider territory. The ball will be spotted at the Panther 46. 3 penalties for 25 yards against Snider. That's first down number 7 for Northrop unofficially. First down at the Panther 46. This may be a game where you got to get into the 40s to win. 4 receivers, 3 on the right side for Northrop. Green remains in the backfield, number 5. He's got the handoff. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. And they'll give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Well, they were having some good runs up in that interior of their offensive line, but Snider's adjusted their, I believe it's their linebackers are coming up and filling the holes now, and they're slowing up the run game. But the Hoots look good in the pocket tonight.
We got a fabulous sunset working now here at Spooler Stadium. Dave is happy we don't have to deal with that sun anymore. 4 receivers, 3 to the right on 2nd and 10. Here's a bomb, and it's going to be up for grabs and picked off. That one was up for grabs, and J. Sean Underwood gets his 3rd interception of the season.
A little stop-and-go play there, but Underwood ready for that, and he picks it off easily.
Underwood, a senior, 5'9", 170 pounds. We saw him return a kickoff last week against Wayne to start the second half. And Ryan, we talked about turnovers earlier in the pregame. Northrop, that's their 2nd turnover, and they're -2 in that category now tonight.
You give any team really, Jim. I mean, it worked against South on opening night, but any team it's difficult to give extra possessions to. And when you're against one of the better teams in the conference, it's even worse. Bennett back in there.
Here's a play action fake and a bomb for Barnes. And it is caught inside the 35-yard line. A fine play there by Alonzo Derrick. That's 35. That's 40 yards on that pickup. Barnes with the bomb on first down. How about that? That evens the first downs at 7. And Snider in business. First down at the Northrop 35-yard line. Panthers on top, 21-7. Running play. Student body right here. And finally down at the 30-yard line. Bennett, glad to see he's back in the game. We were a little concerned a few moments ago after he took that hard hit on the targeting penalty, but he's all right. He picked up 6 yards there. Second down and 4 for Snider at the Northrop 29-yard line. Clock running, 5:38 to go in the first half. A Snider touchdown here, and it's going to be trouble in River City for Northrop. They do not want to fall 3 scores behind Snider. Panthers get the sense they can deliver perhaps a knockout punch here. End around that does not work. They were waiting for Alonzo Derrick, and he's dropped for a 2-yard loss. So a big play there for the Northrop defense, and they need a stop right now.
Was it second down or third down?
Third down.
Yeah, third down. That's what I thought.
Third down and 6. Line the game is the 25. 21-7 Snider. Under 5 minutes to play now in the first half. Again, both teams have all 3 of their timeouts left. We may be in 4-down territory here for Snider. John Barnes Jr., number 17, takes the snap. Play action fake. Barnes sets and throws. Too high.
Right through his fingers.
Little bit too high for the intended receiver, Dominic Johnson, number 9. 4th and 6. And that was Barnes' 9th pass of the night. He's had 6 completions for 108 yards and a touchdown.
We've been, honestly, John Barnes last week started the game with a long run himself, 50 yards before he was taken down. He has yet to run the ball tonight against Northrop.
That's right. His line on my stat sheet is empty in the rushing category. Well, they're going to go for it. 4th and 6. Line the game's to 25. Running play. And it's stopped.
That's going to be short.
Yes. 2 yards short of the first down. Bennett, the ball carrier, he needed 6, but he got 4. And the Northrop defense gets a big stop right there. Just when it looked like Snider might be in a position to perhaps deliver a knockout blow. Snider's turned away inside of the Northrop 30 with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Panthers on top, 21-7. I'd like to welcome a new sponsor tonight to our coverage. There, Ryan.
Yeah, it's Ball Sports Academy up in Angola, and Team Pineapple, they're here in Fort Wayne and up in Angola. So Lloyd Ball's group, a nice addition to our sponsors here on Summit City Sports.
Option. Ball is kept by the quarterback, and Hoot pays the price. He gets driven back after a gain of 3. Trotter was in on the tackle. So a 3-yard gain for Hoot. Unofficially, I got Northrop with 42 yards on the ground, 87 through the air so far tonight. Snider with 108 yards through the air and 51 on the ground. Those are my stats, and they are extremely unofficial.
Come on now, don't sell yourself short, Jim. You were pretty close the last time we had a game. I think you were only off by a couple yards.
Well, not bad. Not good, but not bad. Man in motion to the near side. That's Adrian Scott. And here is a pass complete to Sewell. Sewell fighting for the first down. Got it with a 2nd and 3rd effort. And is out of bounds around the 45-yard line. What an effort. What an effort by Adrian Sewell right there, number 13.
He got a good block out there by both of his receivers. And then Snider just trying to strip the ball away. They can't. Sewell too strong, and he picks up an easy first down.
Sewell's having a big night. 4 receptions for 65 yards. First down number 8 for Northrop. They're out to their 42. Snider on top, 21-7, 3:37 to go in the first half. 3 receivers to the right. Running play. And Green is up to about the 45-yard line, maybe the 46. Now the guy on the near side says 45. Guy on the far side says 46. So they spotted at the 46. Give him 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 now for Northrop.
Tell you, Hoot's done a nice job managing the offense tonight. Other than that underthrown ball, he's done a nice job back there.
Yes, he has grown. You can see his development here since early in the season.
His head coach, a former quarterback here in Fort Wayne.
4 receivers, 3 to the right. Hoot fires.
Ooh.
Broke it up. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. He tried to squeeze it in the pettis, kind of like putting that thread through the needle, and it was nearly intercepted on the corner by Nick Peasley.
Yeah, Peasley right there. Peasley, a baseball player. I'm shocked he didn't pick that one off. He's got pretty good hands.
Perhaps who threw it too hard to get intercepted. So 3rd down and 6 now. Northrop needs the Snider 48. That's the line to gain. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:55 to go in the first half. Snider on top, 21-7. 4 receivers, 3 to the right. And Hoot the throw. Fires here on the near side. It's incomplete. Missed his receiver by 10 yards. A little miscommunication right there. The guy went deep. The ball landed 10 yards in front of him. Closest guy to it was Underwood for Snider.
Yeah, and he stared down his receiver, and Underwood was watching him the whole way as well. He never even looked to his right, strictly just on that left side. Easy read for the Panthers, and see if Snider, they'll put two guys back.
We may have a punt here for the first time tonight. We may have a punt, I emphasize. Well, now Adrian Scott's in punt formation. He's averaging over 29 yards a punt this season. His longest punt is 42 yards, and he gets off a dandy. It's coming down to Alonzo Derrick. Derrick to the 20, to the 30. Derrick to the 40. Derrick's out of bounds to the 41-yard line. A nice return of about 20 yards for Derrick, and that punt return gives Snider a short field. First down for Snider.
See if they go to the air. They've been able to move the ball pretty easily on the ground, and they can run the ball. They have all 3 timeouts left.
2:38 to go. Boy, a touchdown before halftime here now for Snider would be really devastating for Northrop.
And because I believe Snider gets the second half kickoff, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a good point, Ryan. Snider gets the ball to start the second half. They can get back-to-back possessions here if they play their cards right. 3 receivers. Derrick the man in motion, and there goes Bennett. And he picks up 9 yards to the 50-yard line. Bennett is okay. He took a hard hit earlier. Was out for a series.
I see some yellow on the field.
All right, let's check out what this is all about.
It's down the field.
It's away from the play,
Yeah.
Guy in the white hat will tell us here.
And they're pointing at Northrop.
Yeah. Maybe some extracurricular stuff. Let's get a signal. Still waiting for a signal here. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Northrop. Man, you just cannot have that.
It's a huge penalty. That marched the ball all the way down to the 35.
It came after the play was over. So that's basically a 24-yard gain there. 15 for the penalty, 9 yards in the run by Bennett.
And they didn't even have to use a timeout to stop the clock.
Exactly.
So they can run time now. They can run any play, can the Panthers. I say go behind tiny Randy Holtz.
Snider now with 8 first downs. Both teams with 8 first downs. 2.5 minutes to go. They start the clock on first down. Here's a pass. It's caught to the 30 and out of bounds near another first down is Alonzo Derrick. As Barnes to Derrick for 10 yards and a Snider first down.
Randy Holt's lucky he didn't get called for a legal man downfield, to be honest with you. He was blocking like it was a run play. He was a good 5 yards down the field on the pass.
Woo, they started to move the chains. Now they got to move him back. They fooled us. So 2nd and 1 at the 26. 3 receivers to the left. Running play. Now they got the first down and then some. Bennett all the way down to the 10-yard line. He picked up 16 yards there. And Bennett now 59 yards on 7 carries. First down number 9 for Snider. And they're in business. Oh, they were in business. We got a flag down to the 22. I'm having a hard time seeing the penalty flags tonight for some reason.
Yeah, I don't see it there. Holding on Snider, I believe.
And that'll back him up. They'll mark it off from the spot of infraction, which was the 22. Clock is stopped with 2:11 to go in the first half. And this will put the ball at the 33. So the spot of infraction was the 23. What's the yard between friends? 4 penalties for 35 yards against Snider. Northrop's been penalized 5 times for 43 yards. So out of all that, bottom line, folks, it's 2nd and 8. And here is John Barnes Jr. throwing on the run. Contact.
Oh, my gosh.
Deflected and caught. Whoa, talk about a pinball machine. Holy tilt, Batman.
We'll take a look at this again on the Traction AP replay. There was a flag was thrown. Oh, it was pass interference.
Ortiz with the reception following the deflection.
And we have a Northrop player down. That's number 10. He can barely get to his feet.
That's Jaden Smith.
Yeah, he's going to have to come off the field. He's a little groggy, to say the least.
Yeah, he's not in very good shape right now, unfortunately. Jaden Smith, number 10, he's a senior, 6'3", 196, one of their key returning veterans. He had 34 tackles last year for Northrop. And that's a big loss for Northrop in the secondary. We are still waiting for a signal from the officials.
I'm not sure what's difficult about it. It was pass interference.
All right, here we go. Pass interference, Northrop. Illegal shift.
They
declined it. All right, they
Yeah.
declined. That's what that second signal was. They declined the penalty. All right.
First and goal.
They take the play out of all that. Gee, that's 25 yards. First down, Snider, first and goal. First down, number 10 for the Panthers. Ortiz, Johnny on the spot there with that reception. The ball is at the 8.
And now
more whistles.
Yeah, Snider moved.
All of a sudden, the game is kind of grinded to a strange sequence of events. You said there was a penalty. Isn't there supposed to be a mark-off? Yes, here it is. And as Genesis once sang in the 80s, welcome to the land of confusion.
Yes. Hopefully it's just, and did they even move the ball?
They did. Now they moved it back. As Mr. Lombardi said a few years ago, what the heck is going on out there? All right, here we go. The ball's at the 8. Your guess is as good as mine right now as to what's going on. First and goal at the 8.
They did not move that ball very far.
Bennett to the 5. Bennett for the pylon, stretches, and give that man 6 points. They say he got the ball into the end zone at the pylon. Touchdown, Snider from 8 yards for Bennett.
Boy, he just barely got there. Yep, he reached out across.
That comes with 1:43 left in the half. And the Northrop student body is now starting to knock balloons around. Snider's taking the Northrop student body out of the game here. They were loud at the start, but it's rather quiet here on the Northrop side. Here's the point after, and the kick is good. And we have a new score on the board. Snider 28, Northrop 7, 1:43 left in the half. We'll step aside. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Team Pineapple Volleyball Club has become synonymous with top-level volleyball in Northeast Indiana. Lloyd Ball is the owner and director at Team Pineapple. Ball is a 4-time Olympian and a gold medalist at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. Team Pineapple trains at the brand new Ball Sports Academy. This facility has indoor volleyball courts, Parkview Sports Performance and Ortho Clinic, an Olympic weight room, in-house massage therapy, and the state-of-the-art CET Cryo Spa for post-training therapy. Head north on Highway 69 towards Angola and come see how champions are made at the Ball Sports Academy. For more info, visit teampineapple.com.
All right, back here at Spooler Stadium. Snider now leading 28-7. Here's the boot down to the 12-yard line. Sewell to the 20, 25, 30. Out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Northeast Corner Conference, couple of updates. East side 21-12 over Fremont. Fairfield leads Scarrett 22-8. Both of those games in the second.
This Northrop what are they going to do here, Jim? You think they're going to take a shot early and try to maybe either get a penalty or try to pick up a big play here, try to get either Sewell or Pettis in some single coverage, but I think Snider's going to play a little zone.
One thing Northrop cannot do is turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And we have a new quarterback in the game now. Looks like
Issa
Tachari has checked in, number 12. So Snider on top, 28-7. Right now, as you look at the big picture, that fumble return by Keel for the touchdown is the big play in this game. That's a 14-point swing right there because Northrop was driving. They're going to run it, and I believe that was Dylan Hoot carrying the ball.
That was Green.
Number 5. All right. So they keep it on the ground, and remember, Snider gets the ball to start the second half, as Ryan pointed out earlier. Northrop has all 3 of their timeouts, but the clock is moving.
And I don't know if you're Northrop, you can be too conservative here, knowing that Snider's going to get the ball to start that second half. You get down another touchdown, there's no coming back.
28-7 Snider as we come down to 1 minute to play in the first half. 4 receivers, 3 to this side. On second down and 6 from the 36 for the Bruins.
Whoa.
Cherry has dropped for a loss. Ooh, somebody forgot the block, number 93, Jalen Wiggins, the senior, 6'2", 255. And somebody calls a timeout here. Was it Snider?
It was Snider.
No, Northrop took it.
Northrop took it.
Yeah. So Tacheri dropped for a loss of 4. So we got third down and 10 with 45 seconds to go. Well, they changed it now? Who took the timeout?
Snider did, yeah.
All right. He pointed Northrop's way. This crew has been getting on my nerves here the last couple of minutes. Come on, guys. I'm getting to that Mo Howard stage here. Why I oughta...
We got people watching from all over tonight. I got texts coming in to me, Jim, all the way from Georgia.
Oh.
The Reeses.
Nice.
Yeah, their kids all played football here and some baseball for Snider.
East Noble 7-0 over Columbia City.
Wow, a low-scoring game.
That's a bit on the old side, yeah. And this just in, Ron Acuna Jr. has actually run the first base after hitting the ball.
Oh, that's a good idea because he was not going to play much more if he did not.
Oh, I tell you. I know some high school baseball coaches. That kid would have been on the bench for about 3 games after what he did last night. And running laps and jogging up and down the bleachers, too. All right, back to football. Out of the timeout, third down and 9. Line the game for Northrop as their 42. Tachari rolling, scrambling. Can he get to the marker? No.
It's going to be a yard. Yep, exactly a yard short.
Nice effort, but yeah, not quite there. He's at the 41. The line the game's to 42. Clock shows 38 seconds. And Snider has called their second timeout. Trying to get you some more scores here.
Sorry, Jim, I'm not giving you scores right now. I'm watching my son play out in New York.
You have an excuse.
Yeah, his Army prep team playing Nassau Community College tonight. And Nassau Community College last week scored 98 points. Today they have a whole 3.
Nice.
Against Army.
At the half, Wayne leads Concordia 8-7.
Wow.
So the Generals trying to get their first victory of the season. It's Homestead 7-3.
Still.
In Neon Nation. East side now 27-12 over Fremont. That's late in the second quarter. And that's all we're going to give you right now as we're ready to resume action following the Snider timeout. We got fourth down and 1 for Northrop, and they're going to go for it, trailing 28-7.
See if Snider sells out with a blitz here maybe.
4 receivers, 2 on each side. They need a yard. Long count by Tacheri. Is he trying to pull him offside? Well, he's going to have to wait for 15 seconds. Now we get a whistle. And Northrop takes a timeout. So,
you know, Jim, going back to Homestead and Carroll, this week, the soccer teams have played each other, boys soccer, and Carroll won.
Right.
Last night, the two volleyball teams played each other and Carroll won. Can they pull off the third win of the week against Homestead tonight? That'd be something else.
Let's see. Northside 7-0 over Southside. Oh, nice catch by Trevor Hapner just now for Southside. That was posted up on Twitter. Rivalry week in the SAC. Always a lot of fun when we get to week 7. Well, Northrop in punt formation now. Adrian Scott on 4th and 1. Ready to punt it away. Takes a high snap, gets it out of there. High short kick and a fair catch taken at the 36-yard line by Alonzo Derrick. So Snider will get the ball to start the second half. 31 seconds. They have one timeout, and they start at their own 36, leading 28-7.
I'll probably go right to the air. I mean, they still have those timeouts.
Go for it, I say. Go for it. You really have nothing to lose here. But I wouldn't throw any passes out in the flat that could get picked, taken the other way.
Maybe even a screen coming here. Bennett, I don't know. I don't think they're going to do it. They got 3 receivers in there and a tight end. So waiting for a football to be thrown on the field so we can start.
Kind of need a football here, guys. We can have an imaginary football. Yes. 3 receivers, 2 on this side, 1 on the left. And a play action fake. Here is Barnes throwing deep.
And we have a flag on the field. It got thrown right when he threw the ball. In fact, they threw that flag right at where John Barnes was standing.
Clock is stopped with 24 seconds to go in the half. We're flowing along really good for the last 4 to 5 minutes here. It's been kind of a lot of whistles, a lot of flags, and now a penalty on Snider.
And this is a big one because it's a spot foul. They're going to lose probably 20 yards, 15 yards.
The flag was at the 27, so they'll mark it off from there. Yeah, this is going to be at least 15 yards behind the original line of scrimmage. Back to the 19 it goes, or 17, and following the guy with the down box. Yeah, they lose 18 yards out of all that. And that's their 5th penalty for 50 yards. So
well-designed play, though.
Bennett to the 20, and it looks like Snider is just content now to run out the clock and get into the clubhouse. Well, hang on. We have a timeout. Bennett picking up 6 yards in the play, and the official here on the near side.
Another flag.
Oh, my goodness. Fellas, come on.
The official's going to have to go in at halftime and ice down their arms.
We've had 5 penalties on each side so far, so this will tip the balance of the scales. And a personal foul on Snider.
Interesting to see if Coach Shipman just decides to take a knee. And let's get this first half over with.
You know what? Saban threw the headset down last year in the Orange Bowl when Alabama got a bunch of penalties late. If I'm Coach Tippin, I'm throwing the headset down right now myself. This is inexcusable right now, all these penalties. Personal fouls, stuff like that, totally unnecessary. Yeah, they're going to go in the let's take a knee and get out of here formation, and that will end the first half. Well, it was a pretty good football. Came into the last 2 to 3 minutes, and it kind of slogged to the end here. Halftime at Spooler Stadium. Northrop's homecoming, but the Snider Panthers with the lead over their arch rivals trying to keep the streak going that started back in 1999 at the half. It's Snider 28, Northrop 7. Back with our halftime activities in just a moment as we'll have our Drive Kelly halftime report on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, We're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Spooler Stadium halftime. Snider 28, Northrop 7. Some other scores in the SAC at the half. Late in the second quarter. It's now Dwenger 32-0 over Lourdes. And halftime, Wayne 8-7 over Concordia. Northside led Southside 7-0 in the second. Late in the second, Homestead 14-12 over Carroll. We're going to pause now so you can enjoy here on this Northrop homecoming a performance from the Big Orange Pride from Northrop High School.
ladies and gentlemen, the Big Orange Prize.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors.
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve.
Welcome back, everybody, to our Drive Kelly halftime report. Jim Measle here, along with Ryan Bellinger. Our cameraman is Dave Peterson. 28-7, Snider over Northrop here at halftime. Again, this is the Drive Kelly halftime report. Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Well, the Northrop Bruins, they've run more plays than Snider, but Snider has a 21-point lead here at halftime.
It's all about turnovers, Jim. You mentioned it in the pregame, and it's exactly what happened. Snider's been able to turn Northrop over here in this first half, and that's led to some short drives and some easy, quick plays for for Snider. So if they can limit their turnovers here in the second half to none, they could potentially get back into this game.
Well, you just mentioned here that Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referral needed, saving you time and money. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more. Recapping the scoring, Snider scored twice in the first quarter as Trotter scored from 3 yards out to cap off Snider's first possession. And then perhaps the big play of the game, Ryan, came with 4:08 to go in the first quarter as Northrop was driving, but they coughed the ball up. They tried a option play, a pitch play, and Markeel Keel, a sophomore for Snider, deflected the pitch. Ball came loose, and Keel scooped and scored from 30 yards out.
Yeah, it was crazy because it looked like they were going to have an open pitch there, and then he just stuck his hand out. The ball basically tipped off the end of the fingertips, and he made the turnover happen, then scooped it and took it the rest of the distance. And really, Snider really hasn't really looked back since that point.
Well, that could be a top 10 play this week. when we put the highlights together. Second quarter, Northrop got on the board as Jeremiah Green punched it in from a yard out with 11:06 to go in the first half. That made it 14-7 for Snider, but on the ensuing possession, the Panthers responded, and that was a big score as John Barnes Jr. found Jermaine Wells, or J.D. Wells, I should say, from 15 yards out. That came with 9:17 to go in the half, 21-7 Snider. And then Bennett capped off the scoring. Lenny Bennett scoring his 10th touchdown of the season from 8 yards out. That came with 1:43 left in the half. And Ryder is 4 of 4 on PATs tonight. 28-7 Snider over Northrop here at halftime.
Interesting, Jim, that the touchdown that Jermaine Wells scored came after the big hit on Lenny Bennett. That was personal foul targeting. And the big play on Lenny Bennett's touchdown run right before halftime was a deflected pass on a pass interference that the other wide receiver, Dylan Duff, picked off in the air and was able to run it down a little further down the field before Snider finally got it in. So some luck on the Snider Panthers side here in the first half.
All right, our Snider crew to our right has given us some halftime stats, so let's go with their stats. First downs, 14-13 favor Northrop. Rushing yardage, 88-45 in favor of Snider. Let's see, passing yardage, 139 for Snider, 99 for Northrop. 99? So the total yards, 212 for Snider, 159 for Northrop. But the turnovers, again, a key statistic, Northrop -2 in that category. The penalty yards, we had Snider being assessed 6 penalties for 60 yards. Northrop being assessed 5 penalties for 43 yards. And I want to grab some individual stats here on the defense. Leading tacklers for Snider, Maxwell, he's got 4 tackles. Belazar, 3 tackles and 2 solos. And Northrop, Jaden Smith, a young man who left the game late in the first half, apparently shaken up. He had 7 tackles in the first half before he got hurt. And again, that's a big loss for Northrop in the secondary if he can't go in the second half.
Yeah, and he's the one who was involved in the late, or not the late hit, but the pass interference that got deflected there towards the end of the first half. They need him back in the lineup. We'll see if he's back out there here in the second half.
Hoots 5 for 9 in the air for 90 yards. Let's see here. Rushing yards. Let's go with Cowan's got 10 carries for 24 yards. Green, 8 carries for 21 yards. Barnes Jr., 8 of 12 in the air for 124. Derrick has 4 catches for 62 yards. And Bennett has 9 rushes for 68 yards. Trotter, 3 carries for 21 yards. So those are your leaders in the statistical categories. Late second quarter, Dwenger 40-0 over Lours. We have not gotten an update on the north side, south side game for a while. Last we had north side leading south side 7-0. At the half, here we go. Homestead 14, Carroll 12.
All right.
So that's a ball game. Ken, I tell you what, the Carroll Chargers have a lot of fans right now.
Yes, they do.
From Snider,
really, though,
from Dwenger.
Carroll has 2 losses.
Carroll's got 2 losses, so they're out of the victory bell chase.
Right, and even with a loss by Homestead, if they lost, they still hold the head-to-head over both Snider and Dwenger right now. So they would need another loss not to claim the title, but that's a good competitive game. That defense for Carroll is legit.
They are.
Man, the teams are headed to the sidelines, Jim.
All right, we are set to go. And looks like Concordia has gone ahead of Wayne as Amir Drew has scored his 2nd touchdown of the night. So third quarter, Concordia has taken the lead, 13-8. They didn't say if he got the extra point or not. Come on, guys, post the score.
They will.
All right. I think we're ready to go here. A wonderful halftime show. They introduced members of the 1974 state championship basketball team from Northrop, a team that still is talked about around Fort Wayne. And when they won, when they had their big run, everybody in Fort Wayne got behind that team.
They sure did. I'm watching Dave Peterson take a picture of the crowd here tonight. The Northrop people haven't left yet, have they, Jim?
Well, except for the cross-country team, they were dismissed early because they have a meet tomorrow. So they're going home to get their rest.
Good for them. Postseason just around the corner here on Summit City Sports. Next week we will have soccer for you here on Summit City Sports. And not too far off in the distance, it'll be volleyball getting underway, Jim. And there's some very good teams. And up in Angola, they have the group of death this year with 5 ranked teams in the top 10.
Nice article by Blake Sebring in the Journal-Gazette earlier this week on that 74 championship team. They're going to have a big fundraiser tomorrow night for the Boys and Girls Club. All right, we're underway. Second half here at Spooler Stadium. Snider, look out on the near side. Is it going to be deja vu all over again? Not quite. Trotter returns to second half kickoff into Northrop territory.
And we got a flag.
Oh boy, we're picking up where we left off in that category. Let's check out the penalty flag, shall we?
Was that on the far side of the field that the flag was thrown?
Well, we have a conference now.
Because there was nobody on the far side of the field.
We have a conference at the Snider 43. We had 11 penalties in the first half. I would say about 8 of them came in the last 2 minutes of the first half. Snider on top of Northrop, 28-7, and this game is kind of bogged down here with all these penalties.
Yeah, the only thing I could really see on that play, Jim, was there might have been a hands to the face type, but it's just trying to figure out, and they're going over to talk to Coach Tippmann now to let him know what they had here, but it looked like not sure if it was Lenny Bennett that possibly was on the kickoff return, but
the penalty is on Snider.
Yeah, but it was on. If they were going to call a hold, it would have been on somewhere around where Lenny Bennett was standing.
Bluffton 45-8 over Heritage at the half. Adams Central 42-0 over Southern Wells at the half. Columbia City and East Noble tied at 7 at the half.
Wow.
The Eagles trying to hand East Noble their first loss of the year. Norwell leading DeKalb 9-0 at the half. It's Cherubusco 30-0 over Central Noble at the half. And that's pretty much it for our updates from out of town. Again, Concordia has taken the lead over Wayne. Wayne had the lead at halftime, 8-7. We are still trying to figure out this penalty on the opening kickoff of the second half.
I don't even see where the penalty was thrown.
Still a lot of confusion.
Weird. Now they're going to go all the way across the field and talk to Coach Tippmann again.
Your guess is as good as mine right now, to be honest.
Well, it can't be that difficult. If they threw the penalty where they're standing at the 40, they'll take the ball back there and march it back. Whatever the penalty was, they won't take it from the end of the run. Did they wave it off?
I'll tell you what, we got the chain gang trying to figure out where to go on the far side. Looks like we're going to start at the 50-yard line.
That penalty appears to be against the Panthers.
Good analysis, because we still don't know even what the call was.
Failure to wear required equipment is the call. That's what that's all about.
Well, I think they finally got it figured out after about 7 minutes.
There's a song about 1990, things to make you go, Here we go now. We're ready to play football. Here's a pass in the left flat, and it's caught by Wells, and it's only good for a couple of yards. So it'll be second down and 8 for Snider at the Northrop 48-yard line. Snider with the ball, leading 28-7. Even with the penalty on the opening kickoff, the Panthers have a short field here. They've had the edge in field position tonight. Running play, Trotter bangs his way down to the 42-yard line for a hard 6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for Snider. They're up by 3 scores. And you figure, Ryan, if they can get a score in this opening possession, that might be a knockout punch.
It sure would, because the Snider defense has played better tonight, and they've been able to slow down Northrop. But, man, Snider just able to run at will.
On 3rd and 2. Look at that hole for Trotter. He needed a tearaway jersey. He got 8 yards. If we were in the 70s, he would have had that tearaway jersey on.
Yeah.
But I think those tearaway jerseys went the way of coach's shorts. Thank goodness. A gain of 8 and a 1st down for Snider. Can you imagine this fella, Mr. Peterson, in coach's shorts?
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
Short shorts. We had to wear them my junior year in
the
high
double
school.
knits?
Yeah, the real tight ones. And then
yeah.
finally we got some baggies the next year.
Thank you, Michael Jordan. Play action fake. Here's a pass, and it's caught for a 1st down. And looking for extra yardage. Yard after the catch. Yak. Alonzo Derrick to the 21-yard line. 1st down Snider, a 13-yard gain. And Barnes continues to find open people.
Northrop sitting in that zone, and he just ran down about 10 yards and stopped, and it was a perfect pass.
Barnes, we got him passing for 160 yards tonight. John Barnes Jr., number 17. Entering this game, he had passed for 852 yards. So if you do the math, he's over 1,000 yards passing for the season. Trotter gets a big block, and he's down to about the 14-yard line. A gain of 7, and they're just ripping off big chunks of yardage now. Nigel Robertson made the tackle. Outstanding defensive end for Northrop. 42 tackles entering this game, 33 solos, 3 sacks, and 7 tackles for loss or tiffles. 2nd and 3 from the 14. Barnes throws over the head of his attendant receiver, Duff, inside the 10-yard line.
Duff was just running an easy little out route there, and the quarterback just overthrew him. He's pretty wide open.
3rd down and 3 for Snider. Line the gain is the 11. We have 9:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. Snider 28, Northrop 7. Panthers in the red zone, obviously in 4-down territory. And there's a pass by Barnes. It's caught at the 5, to the 3, to the 2, to the end zone. Give that man 6 points. Alonzo Derrick with the touchdown pass, 14 yards from Barnes.
Just a slant there by Derrickson, an easy pitch and catch for another touchdown. A lot of yards after catches and runs after first contacts now by the Snider Panthers.
That's a good point. Northrop's not wrapping up right now. Yeah, they're getting the people, but they're not putting them on the ground. Riders extra point now with 9:12 to go. Spotted, booted in that direction, and the kick is good. And a new score on the board with 9:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Snider 35, Northrop 7. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back to Spooler Stadium. John Barnes Jr. now over 1,000 yards passing for the season. A 14-yard TD pass to Alonzo Derrick, who's having a big night. The kickoff is returned to the 30-yard line for Northrop. And that was Sewell returning the kick. So Northrop starts at their own 30 with 9:05 to go in the third quarter. Snider 35, Northrop 7. That was Barnes' second touchdown pass of the night. And he now has 12 touchdown passes for the season.
Yeah, Northrop does not want to go 3 and out here, Jim, because if Snider gets the ball back and scores another touchdown, we'll move to the running clock for the rest of the game.
That's right. That's a point of pride there.
Yeah, it is.
3 receivers to the right, running play, and it's Cowan. Cowan's free. Cowan into Snider territory. Cowan to the 30. Cowan to the 20. Cowan's all the way down to the 10.
That was Demarius Collins.
Oh, and he fumbled the ball out of bounds, I think, Ryan.
Well, did it go through the end zone?
The ball is spotted at the 2, it looks like, inside the 5. Luckily for Northrop, the ball did not go through the end zone. That would have been a touchback.
Yeah, but they'll take it back. Interesting, because you cannot fumble the ball forward, Jim.
Well, looks like it's a 67-yard gain.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, the Northrop student body has come back to life. The ball is at the 2, first and goal for Northrop. Big play by Cowan. He's got the handoff. He goes off the right side. Give that man 6 points. Touchdown, Bruins. Oh, there's a little fight in Northrop. Just when it looked like they were down for the count. Demarius Cowan rips off a big play of over 60 yards and then takes it in from 2 yards out. Cowan's 4th touchdown of the season. 8:37 to go in the third. Bajoric gets up to try the extra point. Tarek Bajoric gets up, and the kick is good. So a timeout of the field. Snider 35, Northrop 14. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Team Pineapple Volleyball Club has become synonymous with top-level volleyball in Northeast Indiana. Lloyd Ball is the owner and director at Team Pineapple. Ball is a 4-time Olympian and a gold medalist at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. Team Pineapple trains at the brand new Ball Sports Academy. This facility has indoor volleyball courts, Parkview Sports Performance and Ortho Clinic, an Olympic weight room, in-house massage therapy, and the state-of-the-art CET Cryo Spa for post-training therapy. Head north on Highway 69 towards Angola and come see how champions are made at the Ball Sports Academy. For more info, visit teampineapple.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Jim Measle, along with Ryan Dellinger. Our cameraman is Dave Peterson on SummitCitySports.com. Concordia 15-8 over Wayne in the third quarter. And now it looks like Concordia has scored again. Ronald Elliott runs out of the picture after catching a pass from Aiden Meek.
He's fast.
He's so fast he ran out of the view of the camera.
Well, that's a Wayne player. Aiden Meek, did he throw an interception?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, that was a Wayne touchdown. Wayne's got those light uniforms. So, okay, I beg your pardon. Wayne has just scored. My bad. Concordia and Wayne in a white knuckler at Wayne. Here's the kickoff down to the 10, to the 20. Look out. Far side 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone. Give that man 6 points.
90 yards. Wow. And just like that, the Panthers answer right back.
Alonzo Derrick to the house. 90 yards down the far sideline. Possible top 10 play for the week right there. With 8:20 to go in the third quarter, we've had a lot of excitement here in the last few minutes. We've had Cowan with that big running play, and now Alonzo Derrick returning the ensuing kickoff 90 yards. Ryder's PAT attempt is good. And another time out of the field, another new score. Snider 42, Northrop 14. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life.
Well, welcome back to Spooler Stadium. If you went to grab a sandwich about 5 minutes ago, you've missed a lot of stuff here. Update, Homestead now leads Carroll 21-12 in the third. And here's the kickoff down to the 11. Sewell to the 20, and Sewell hit out of bounds. That'll be 15 yards.
Trotter caught with a late hit.
Mm-hmm.
That'll add 15 yards.
That's a no-brainer right there. Eastside 34-12 over Fremont in the third quarter. West Noble 41, Lakeland 6 in the third, so the Chargers will stay undefeated.
I just hope at the end of this game it just doesn't become super chippy, Jim.
It's getting to that point. I think the officials
very close.
Yeah, the officials are doing their best to kind of nip it in the bud here. Well, now we got Brandon Davis to Tyler Grossman for a Concordia touchdown, and Concordia goes back on top.
If you haven't seen Tyler Grossman play baseball, you should. He is a very good baseball player for Concordia.
All right, so the Markov puts the ball at the Northrop 42-yard line. That's 8 penalties on Snider for 90 yards. Short field for the Bruins. And it is Cowan with the football. And Cowan is out close to midfield. He gets it out to the 49-yard line after a pickup of 7 yards. Cowan, we got him over 100 yards rushing now thanks to that big play he turned in on the last possession. 11 carries for 112 for Cowan and a touchdown. Clock moving, 7:35 to go, third quarter. Snider 42, Northrop 14. A lot of excitement in the last few minutes. We've had Cowan with a big run and a 90-yard kickoff return. Cowan again. This time he has stopped short of the first down at the 50. I'll bring up third down and 2 now for Northrop right at midfield.
Yeah, Snider had a blitz coming from the left side. They've been running over there quite a bit. The last 3 plays have all gone that way, and Snider was that time brought some pressure, able to slow up Cowan just a bit.
They spot the ball at the Snider 49, so third down and 1 now for the Bruins. Next week, Northrop plays at Northside, and they'll wind up the regular season back here at Spooler Stadium against Dwenger. Snider next week will be hosting Dwenger right here. This is Snider's home field as well. Running play, Cowan first down, plenty to spare out to the 44-yard line. Cowan picks up 6 yards and a Northrop first down.
Yeah, they've been really running to that side where Bellows there is at. I don't know if they're double teaming him or what, but they've been able to move him off the ball a little bit.
Snider takes on Dwenger here next Friday at Snider's home game, and they'll close out the regular season at Bishop Lures 2 weeks from tonight.
Yeah, they always end the season with the Bishops.
Sectional drawing will be a week from Sunday.
Who's going to Noblesville in 6A? That's what I have to say.
First down at the Snider 44. Tachari scrambling. Oh, he is hit at the 43-yard line. It's Northrop Snider. The hitting is hard. And Ruckless. Was Ruckless on that hit? No, he wasn't. That's sorry. Tavian Ruckless with the hit there, number 20. You got to play Ruckless when you're on defense, right?
That's right. You should play Ruckless.
Starting to get late, isn't it?
It is. Even though this week we're going to be done well before your bedtime, Jim. Not like last week when Mother Nature decided to make everything start late or be postponed.
Second down and 9. 4 receivers, 3 on this side. A fake to Cowan. Tachari got running room. 30. Tachari to the 10. To the 5. Down inside the 5 at the 2. And another big play on the ground for Northrop. That's a 41-yard gain.
You see there on the replay, though, the offensive linemen were able to get pretty far out on the field. And they were able to get to the second level. And when you do that, you're going to pick up a lot of yards, and they did on that play.
Well, despite the lopsided score, the Bruins are still fighting here. 42-14, Snider with the lead. Coming down to 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Northrop is knocking on the door. First down at the 2 for the Bruins. Tachari hands off to Cowan. Cowan off the right side. Did not get there. Maybe about a foot short. Well, he was stretching that body out, trying to get that ball over the plane, but just a little bit short, about a half-yard short. Second and goal. Imperative for everybody on the offensive line to hold their water. No movement, not now. They go with an off-balance eye. And it is a running play. Whistle before the snap, apparently. What did I just say about holding your water?
And now, yep. And
good grief. Oh. You know, Ryan, they never listen to me.
They don't, Jim. They need to get mic'd up down there so they can hear you. No? Big Pete says no. Nobody should get mic'd up down there.
Well, that's their sixth penalty for 48 yards. And now it's second and goal from just outside the 5. 4:10 to go, third quarter. Northrop trying to get it back to a 3-possession game. They go with 2 receivers to the right, 2 setbacks. And it's a running play to the nearest side, to the 5, and to the pylon, to the end zone. Jeremiah Green, give that man 6 points. Green with the touchdown.
Is that how far was that, Jim?
5 yards. And that's his second touchdown of the night. Green now with 7 touchdowns for the season. Makes it 42-20, point pending with 3:54 to go in the third quarter, and I'm running out of room on my score sheet here.
You got more paper. I saw that pen and paper you've got over there, that pad.
But Jurek for the extra point,
for Northrop.
Yeah. False start on the Bruins. That'll be their 7th penalty for 53 yards. We've had, by our count, 143 yards in penalties tonight.
Ouch.
90 against Snider, 53 against Northrop. So that makes the extra point attempt now. Adds a little bit more drama to it. As Majoric will have to try a 25-yard PAT. He was 12 of 14 for the season entering this game. Bit of a high snap. It's in that direction. And the kick is good. And a new score on the board with 3:54 to go in the third. Snider 42, Northrop 21. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
All right, as we await the kickoff, Dwenger leads Lures 40-0 in the fourth. Couple of finals, Leo over Huntington North 50-3. New Haven beat Belmont 49-7. Snider with a kickoff return the last time. Northrop kicked the ball, but not this time, although it's a decent return out to the 40-yard line. I believe, it was Trotter who returned the kick that time. Alonzo Derrick earlier returned a kickoff, 90 yards for a score. Jay Sean Underwood had a kickoff return last week for a touchdown against Wayne. So Snider's offense is back out on the field. Panthers lead 42-21, 3:45 to go, third quarter. Northrop has shown tremendous fight and resolve here in this third quarter. They haven't thrown the sponge despite the large score that favors Snider right now. Panthers still up 3 scores. On first down, a pass out in the left flat and a pickup of 3 yards. Trotter with the reception.
Trotter really getting integrated into the offense tonight for the Panthers. Catching passes, big runs, running over dudes, making tackles.
Barnes has been very steady quarterbacking Snider tonight. Not trying to force anything, making the smart throw, make the smart play. Second down and 7 at the 43. Back to throw again. He's going to scramble. He's going to run. And he is going to drag a couple of guys with him close to a first down. Again, Barnes, he's just been so steady tonight. Made something out of nothing.
That's his first rush of the game, isn't it?
Second.
So about 2 yards now for the first down.
Let's see, where they put him down at? The 48. All right, third down and 2 for Snider. Line the gain, it's the midfield stripe. 2:37 to go in the third. Snider on top, 42-21. And a running play, obviously. Trotter is going to get the first down.
And more.
Room to spare. Another situation of yard after contact. You know, it's one thing to get to a guy. It's another thing to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and he just has a low center of gravity, and nobody can bring him down. He got kind of swallowed up in the pocket, and then all at once he busted out of there again.
Thought he was only going to get 3 yards, but he wound up getting 7. And a Snider first down, unofficially their 16th. First down at the Northrop 45. Snider with the ball and a 42-21 lead. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Play action fake. Barnes throws and it's caught. And what a move. What a move by Derrick. Derrick to the far side, out of bounds near the 10. Oh my goodness. We've got to see that in the replay.
Yep, here we go. We'll see it on the traction AP replay. Just a skinny slant by the inside slot receiver. Skinny oh man. Put his foot in the ground and got around everybody. Was there a penalty?
There was, so it's all for naught. And it's on Snider, so forget about that 35-yard gain.
And that is why coaches either have gray hair or none.
Or throw headsets down.
Yes.
if you're Nick Saban.
He can afford a new one. It's going to be
from the spot of infraction.
First and
22. So they lose about 50 yards in field possession because of that penalty. And that's 100 yards in penalties tonight against Snider. On first and 22, Panthers run it. And that goes nowhere. And Barnes is dropped for a loss. Tackle made by Antoine Scott. He's having a heck of a year. 33 tackles, 24 of them solos, 8 tiffles, tackles for loss. He also has a sack. Well, that's going to be another sack there. That's his second of the year. 1 fumble recovery as well. So it looks like no gain on the play. Coming down to 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Second and long for Snider. They'll run it. And look out, Trotter out to near the 40-yard line. And he got the first down. From behind the markers. I beg your pardon. I'm looking at the wrong marker. It's 3rd down and 5. I knew I was going to do that sooner or later. 17 yards in the play. Well, these new windows are tinted, and sometimes it takes some doing to see what's going on. 3rd and 5. Look at that hole for Trotter. Now he's got the first down, and he's still going.
Holy
and
cow.
Again, he needs the tearaway jersey.
Is there another flag on the play? There is, right at the point of attack where he was tackled. So either a hold or a face mask. I've been pointing at hold. Still might be close enough. Nope, he's going to push him back behind the sticks again.
Holding on Snider. They'll be enforced from the 27. That's where the flag was thrown. 10-yard mark-off puts the ball back at the 37. 10 penalties for 110 yards against Snider. And they lose the first down.
Actually,
3rd and 2 now.
3rd and 2.
Yep. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. 42-21. Favors Snider. Play action. Here's the pass. Did he catch that?
He did. Now,
oh, my goodness. What a catch by Derek. And Derek now with 7 catches for the night. And he's up to nearly 100 yards in reception yardage as the third quarter comes to an end. 36 minutes in the book here at Spooler Stadium. Snider 42, Northrop 21. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills.
We do have some updates now. Southside leads Northside 16-7 in the third. Final score, West Noble now 7-0. The Chargers over Lakeland 54-12. We start the fourth quarter. Snider has the football and a 42-21 lead. Barnes throws, hit as he threw it, and it's incomplete. We've had some big plays here in the second half. Northrop student body still into it here below us for their homecoming. 2nd down and 10 now for Snider. Ball is at the Northrop 32. Barnes play action. Rolls and throws.
Oh, deflected, I think.
Incomplete. Now bring up 3rd down. Pass intended for Dominic Johnson, number 9.
Interesting they would go away from the run. That would help make the clock run.
Yeah, and they're leading by 3 scores.
Yeah.
Shorten the game up if you can, if you got that lead.
Well, they probably figured Northrop thinks they're going to run too, so just go the opposite way. That's what a good catcher will do in baseball sometimes. They'll call the game backwards.
The old chess match.
Yep.
Line the Gainus to 22 on 3rd and 10.
Now, somebody's doing a good bit of acting in there.
And look at Antoine Scott. He's doing the push-ups, man.
Do they do those in practice? That must be what happened. He's getting his out of the way here into the 4th quarter.
Penalty on Northrop. They're 8th for 58 yards.
He's the Willie Mays Hayes of Northrop, isn't he?
On 3rd and 5, Trotter looking for that first down, drags the pile, and he may have it. Depends on the spot. It's close to the marker.
I think he's going to be a tad short.
Down box says 4th down. So the clinch fist. 4th down. And obviously Snider will go for it.
Yeah, they brought in some more beef on the right side of the line, didn't they?
I tell you, when those guys were trotting onto the field, we just had 2.2 on the scale there. That's some big fellas up there.
Giannini Bellazer on the offensive line.
1st down, and Trotter. And that's nothing fancy there. Just follow the big guys. 3-yard gain for Trotter. 1st down, Snider, unofficially their 17th. Trotter has 71 yards in the ground. Bennett has 73 yards. Barnes, 5 yards. Barnes has thrown for 184 yards tonight. And he also has a couple of TD passes. Snider into the red zone. The ball's at the Northrop 19. 1st down. Barnes play action. Rolling and throwing. He's got a man at the 10, at the 5, at the pylon. Give that man 6 points. J.D. Wells. Barnes' 3rd touchdown pass of the night. And Snider back out to a 4-score lead.
19-yard touchdown pass. He has looked sharp tonight.
10:35 to go in regulation. Barnes has been very solid this evening for Snider. And we got a new kicker out there. This is number 46. That's Hayden Tipman. Tipman, a senior, trying the PAT. And the kick is no good. So a new score on the board. 10:35 to go. Snider 48, Northrop 21. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end.
Welcome back, everybody, to Spooler Stadium. Jim Measle here, along with Ryan Dellinger, our cameraman Dave Peterson. Here's the kickoff. And it's Sewell. Sewell is going to be brought down around the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. 48-21, Snider the lead here with 10:23 left. And Homestead now finally, Ryan, opening up some space.
Yep, a little bit of breathing room now for the Spartans.
28-15 over Carroll. Last we heard, Southside 16-7 over Northside. Dwenger was running away and hiding from lures. 40-0. Concordia and Wayne, they were tied at 15 last we checked. We'll have to try and get an update on that if we can here. We've had so much excitement here in the second half. We've had 4 touchdowns, 2 in each side. Tachari on first down, can't find a receiver. He'll run, and he's finally put down at the 28-yard line after a gain of 2. Tachari had a 41-yard gain in that third quarter. So Fairfield now leads Garrett early in the fourth quarter in Big Train Country, 28-22, as the Railroaders have fought back in that game. West Noble beat Lakeland 54-12, and they are happy in Ligonier. They are 7-0, ranked number 12 in the state in Class 3A. 2nd and 8 for Northrop. Option. Cowan around the right end to the 35 and has a first down for Northrop out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 10. And Cowan unofficially 130 yards on 15 carries tonight. Northfield beat Rochester 40-21. Penn 10-7 over New Prairie in the fourth. Mishawaka 42-21 over St. Joseph. All right, back to the action here at Spooler Stadium. First down for Northrop at their own 39-yard line. Snider on top, 48-21. 9 minutes left in the game. Oh, a bit of a mix-up there. Tachari dropped for no gain by Kyler Davis, 6'2", 255 senior. No gain. 2nd down and 10 for Northrop. So unless the Bruins pull off a miracle comeback, Snider will keep the streak going over Northrop. Bruins will drop to 4-3. If they finish above 500 this season, that'll be their first above 500 season since 2003, when Matt Stinson led the Bruins to an 8-3 record that year. 2nd and 10, Tachari keeps it, calls his own number, still on his feet. First down to the 49-yard line. First down number 18 for the Bruins. By the way, the last time Northrop won 4 games in the season, 2012, when they went 4-6. So, they play at North next Friday. And they wrap up the season here at home against Dwenger. First down at the Snider 49-yard line.
Blitz by everybody on the Snider defense that time. Everybody was coming for the Panthers.
And Green had nowhere to go.
He certainly did not.
Loss of 1 to the 50. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for Northrop.
Yeah, Trotter knew what was coming right away.
So 2nd down and 11 upcoming for Northrop at the 50-yard line. 48-21 favors Snider over Northrop. Snider looking to go to 6-1 on the season. And whistles before the snap, and we'll figure this one out. Ryan will be on the field after the game with hopefully some post-game interviews.
Not tonight, my friend.
No, not tonight?
No.
Okay. The jury will disregard that last statement.
We will, however, in postseason be doing it for not just football, but volleyball and I believe soccer as well.
Penalty against Northrop. 63 yards against the Bruins now. 9 penalties. Northrop beat Snider in the 1999 playoffs. That's how long it's been. All right, 2nd down and 16 for the Bruins, back at their own 45. Tachari in trouble, gets away for one man. He has hit the ball, came out, and Snider has it at the Northrop 35-yard line. And Tachari got leveled.
Yeah, it was Belizaire was the first one in there. I think it was it Wiggins that cleaned it up at the end?
Tachari's okay. Took a hard hit there.
Oh, it was 32 for the Panthers.
And that's Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell with the big hit.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore.
Not Vernon Maxwell.
That's Isaiah Maxwell.
Isaiah Maxwell.
So The Snider defense forcing 3 turnovers tonight. That gives them 12 for the season. 6 interceptions, 6 fumble recoveries. And I would imagine, Ryan, now we'll get some new players into the game with Snider on top 48-21.
Well, the starting unit's out there.
Oh, I take that back. Here's a pass over the middle. Picked off. Picked off. And going the other way with it for Northrop is number 36, Jalen Cohart. A free safety, 5'11", 180 senior. And there's the first turnover of the night for Snider.
He just underthrew that pass. He had the guy down the seam, but underthrew him, and good play by Northrop.
Well, a little too early for the season of giving as the two teams exchange turnovers here, the last 2 plays. 6:47 left in the game. Northrop gets the ball back. Snider on top, 48-21.
And it was White still in there. They switched quarterbacks.
Tachari's still in the game.
I would imagine he tied up his laces after that last hit he took.
Dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct penalty against Northrop. So that's the only penalty. And this will push Northrop back 15 yards. That's their 10th penalty for 78 yards. We've had 188 yards in penalties in this game. And Northrop will have to start inside of their own 30. And the ball be spotted at the 27. 6:47 to go. (48-21). Snider on top. Glad you're with us tonight here on SummitCitySports.com. Jim Measle here, along with Ryan Dellinger. Our cameraman is Dave Peterson. All right, here we go. 4 receivers, 3 to the near side, 1 to the left, 1 setback. On first down for Northrop at their own 27. And the play is blown dead. And we have offside on Snider. That'll be their 11th penalty for 115 yards. You're right, Ryan. The officials may need to be iced down after this game. We've had 21 penalties in this game. 11 against Snider, 10 against Northrop.
Lack of focus here down the stretch for both teams.
Exactly.
Yep.
First down and 5 at the 32. Tachari on first and 5 will throw. Steps up and he wants it all down the far side. Jump ball. Do we have a pick? We've got a pick at the 30-yard line.
And we have another flag.
Trying to see the young man's number who got the pick.
I think it was Jayshon Underwood.
23. That would be Chance Collier, if my eyes are correct. He's a senior, and now let's figure out this penalty.
I mean, that was pretty good defense by Collier.
6:35 left in the game. Pass interference on Snider, so forget about it.
Pass interference on Snider. Wow.
That'll be marked from the line of scrimmage at the other end. Northrop will keep the football.
Take a look at that again on the Traction AP replay. Looked like he had pretty good inside leverage. Yeah, I'm not even sure where the flag came from. To come back from the back official?
Well, they'll mark it off from the 32-yard line. First down for Northrop. They're 19th. And the ball be spotted at the 47. So that's 12 penalties now against Snider. Talk about a dirty dozen. All we're missing is Jim Brown and Telly Savalas and Lee Marvin and Charles Bronson and Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, they may have been saying that the defensive back hooked that wide receiver's shoulder, but man, that was close.
Green, the ball carrier for 4 yards. And Green manages to get the ball into Snider territory. 2nd down and 6 for Northrop. As the clock is rolling, 6:13 left in the game. Snider 48, Northrop 21.
Now it's time to be calling for your transportation home. Make those calls.
Aside from that last interception, John Barnes Jr. has been solid tonight for Snider. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes, has passed for 184 yards. Northrop keeps the ball on the ground. Tachari is going to be dropped for a loss. That'll be a sack if they spot the ball at the 50, and they will, so credit a sack there. And the sack will be given to number 32, Maxwell.
He's having a good night tonight.
3rd down for Northrop. 5:20 remaining. The ball is at the 49 of Snider. Line the gain is the Snider 43, so it's 3rd and 6 for the Bruins. 3 receivers on this side, 1 to the left.
Snider showing blitz. Here comes Beasley.
Tachari scrambling to the 50. Can he get to the marker? Looking for it. Nope, he didn't get there. 2 yards short. Brought down to the 45-yard line. Tachari has taken most of the snaps here in the second half for Northrop. They've gone with 2 quarterbacks this year. Hoot started. 4:58 left in the game. Tachari got out of bounds to stop the clock. 48-21 favors Snider. And it's 4th and 2 for Northrop at the Snider 45. Line the gain, obviously, is the 43. 2 receivers on each side for the Bruins. Tachari out of the shotgun. Whistles before the snap. Play clock was at 0. Did they get a timeout? No. Delay of game against Northrop. As Oliver Hardy once said.
That one hurts.
So, 11 penalties against Northrop for 83 yards. And if my 3rd grade math is correct, we have had 213 yards in penalties tonight.
It's pretty good 3rd grade math.
The flag might make our top 10 list this next week here.
Yeah.
On 4th and 7, Tachari throws it up for grabs, and it's going to be picked. And it's a tremendous catch. I thought it was going to be intercepted. That's Menson making the catch for Northrop.
Wow. I think he took it away from the defender.
He did. He sure did. Holy smokes. Well, let's see. 41 yards on that gain. Oh, my goodness. So Northrop in business at the 14 with 4:37 to go. Tachari hands the ball off and nothing doing. They try running play, no gain. And the ball carrier Green stopped for no gain. 2nd down and 10 at the 14-yard line with 4:18 to go. 48-21. Snider leading Northrop. But again, the Bruins, one thing I think they can take out of this game, they have fought here in the second half despite the large lead for Snider.
Here comes a blitz.
Tachari's throw into the end zone over the head of his intended receiving Menson. Menson's only a sophomore, by the way. So he's got a couple of years left. Man, he made a play there, didn't he?
He sure did. That was a 50-50 ball, and he took it away.
I was going to call that a pick, but Menson
We've had a couple plays tonight we thought were picks that Northrop's come up with the ball.
Menson saying like Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. 3rd and 10 at the 14. Tachari floats one into the end zone. Jump ball. Touchdown! No, incomplete. Oh, I was going to give it a Green there. Green coming out of the backfield. The pass incomplete. Thought he had it for a moment.
It looked like it, didn't it?
3:48 to go in regulation. And obviously on 4th and 10, Northrop will go for it.
Go right back to that play. Pettis looked like he was 6 inches taller than everybody on that side of the field.
4th and 10 from the 14. Tachari steps back. He throws into the end zone. Jump ball again. And it's batted down, incomplete. They used the Tom Jackson method there. Bat it down. Knock it down.
That's right.
And incomplete pass turns the ball over to Snider.
He's back on the ESPN, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, they're back with prime time.
On Sunday nights.
That's right.
But you got to order it. It's ESPN 3.
Not on the Ocho.
No, it's you got to pay for it. Everybody's out to make a buck these days.
That's right.
All right, Snider takes over at their own 14. 3:40 left. Snider on top, 48-21. And I would imagine the Panthers will try and run out the clock now. Keep that ball on the ground.
They'll keep the starting unit out there.
Yep, Barnes is still in there, a quarterback. Let's see what they got.
Oh, my gosh, another flag.
Oh, stop it already. Stop the madness. Lenny Bennett is in the backfield. False start on Snider. Penalty number 13. 135 yards. Holy smokes, 218 yards in penalties. Ball is back at the 9. 1st and 15 for the Panthers. 3:39 left in the game. Running play, Bennett. Bennett is out to about the 18-yard line for a pickup of 9. He needs 18 more yards to hit the century mark. He and Trotter both have carried the ball 15 times tonight. Pretty balanced attack there.
Yeah, we got the official in the middle of some players down there. Oh, the helmets were connected together.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. I think it might have been the center. Nope.
So we got 3:15 to go.
Snider doesn't have enough players, I believe, on the field, do they?
Guy in the white hat says start the clock.
Yeah, he does.
On 2nd down and 6. It's a running play and a 1st down and then some. Bennett rips off a gain of about 18 yards.
Panthers one more 1st down. That'll be all she wrote, Jim.
And that'll be their 18th 1st down. I got Bennett exactly at 100 yards right now. 1st down, Snider at their own 31. 2:50 remaining. It's Bennett again. And Bennett has dropped. And a fine defensive play by number 4, Vaughn Cruz, who entered this game with 18 tackles, 13 of them solos. A 1-yard gain for Bennett. At the 32-yard line, it's 2nd down and 9 for Snider. Clock rolling, 2:21 remaining. Snider will move to 6-1. Northrop will drop to 4-3. Another running play. Bennett is brought down.
Ouch.
They're still hitting hard, boy. I tell you, that's Snider and Northrop, isn't it?
Bennett just leveled at the end of that play.
You better have that chin strap on tight in this game. I want to tell you that right now. And the student bodies are still getting after one another.
Yeah, Northrop, nobody is left.
That's good. I like that. Could have easily left at halftime, but the students hung in there with their football team. Of course, 3rd down and 8 now for Snider at their own 33. Bennett, 35, drags the pile and may have another 1st down. He does. 9 yards for Bennett. Hard running there.
And we got a fight on the field. Here comes a bunch of flags.
After the play, with 1:24 left. Come on, fellas.
Randy Holtz being pulled out of the pile.
Sometimes arch rivalries can, the chili gets cooking a little bit too hot and it boils over.
Yeah. Some of the Northrop guys already started walking back, so I don't know if they're just going to have one penalty or offsettings.
And the officials are going to talk it over. This all comes from the minute 24 left. Snider on top, 48-21. And you just hate to see this at the end of a game. We've had a lot of discussions tonight.
And it doesn't look like they gave him enough for the first down.
We got a dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct penalty against Snider. Well, dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct penalty on Northrop. Penalties offset. Hey, where are they spotting the ball at? I thought they gave him the first down.
Yeah, but I'm looking across at the
all right,
down markers, and they hadn't moved up yet, so that's why.
All right, they got it right now. 42-yard line, first down. And maybe it's time for Mr. Barnes to take a couple of knees and call it a night.
I think if I was Coach Tippmann, I might want to get Randy Holtz out of the lineup just to be safe here.
Coach Jason Dorfler getting an explanation from the man in the white hat. 1:24 remaining. And eventually we'll resume play and get this final minute 24 off the clock.
All right, I think we're going to try and play again.
Can we play some football, please?
Yeah, that would be nice. So much confusion with the officials tonight. And now they're going over to talk to Coach Tippmann again.
Haven't seen this much talking since Congress was in session.
Yeah, they never shut up, do they?
There's a knee. He may have to do that one more time, maybe twice. As Snider now just burning off the final minute off the scoreboard clock here at Spooler Stadium. They will move to 6-1. Northrop will drop to 4-3. And Barnes just taking his time, looking at the play clock. He can snap it with less than 40 seconds to go, and that will be it. That's it. And that will be the last play of this football game, it looks like. Under 30 seconds to play, and they will not snap it again. There will be no more football played here tonight. That's all there is. There ain't no more after a hard-fought contest. The two sides now will shake hands, and Snider defeats Northrop. The final score, the Snider Panthers 48 and the Northrop Bruins 21. And we'll come back with a recap in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated.
Back at Spiller Stadium, everybody, one final time. Jim Measel along with Ryan Dellinger, our cameraman Dave Peterson. The Snider Panthers defeat the Northrop Bruins 48-21. Panthers scored twice in the first quarter. Trotter a 3-yard run, and Keel returning a fumble 30 yards for the second Snider score, 14-0 Panthers. Green, a 1-yard run for Northrop, cut the lead to 14-7. Panthers closed out the first half with a pair of touchdowns. Barnes to Wells, 15 yards. Bennett, an 8-yard run, 28-7 Snider at the half. Lots of action in the third quarter, 2 touchdowns on both sides. Barnes to Derrick, a 14-yard TD pass. Cowan, after a big run, scored from 2 yards out. And then it was Alonzo Derrick returning the ensuing kickoff, 90 yards for a touchdown. Green scored again for Northrop. It was 42-21. Snider after 3. Panthers got the only touchdown of the fourth quarter as Barnes hooked up with Wells for the second time tonight. And speaking of Barnes, it's time to select our player of the game, Ryan.
Yeah, and we're going to go with John Barnes tonight. Another good night for the senior. Was that his first interception of the season?
That is his first interception. You are correct, sir.
He's going to have to run some wind sprints.
Only the second Snider turnover this season. So our player of the game is sponsored by
Parkview Sports Medicine.
All right. And
it's John Barnes. We're going with a little hidden ESP right there, I think, between him and I.
Yes, that's, so John Barnes Jr., our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. Some final numbers before we say goodnight. First downs, Northrop had 20, Snider 19. Listen to this for Snider. I had him with 184 yards rushing, 184 passing. Now that's balance.
Now did they have 184 yards in freaking penalty yards?
I'm getting there. Total yards, 368 for Snider. They just had the one turnover. They're second of the season, as we just mentioned a few moments ago. A dirty baker's dozen for penalties for Snider, 13 for 135 yards. Northrop had 214 yards in the ground. They actually outrushed Snider. Bruins had 140 yards in the air, 354 total yards for Northrop. So the yardage stats are pretty even. But the turnovers, two fumbles for Northrop, 1 interception. They were -2, and 11 penalties against the Bruins for 83 yards. But the stat that matters is the final score, and the Snider Panthers win at 48-21.
Yeah, the takeaways from this game tonight. The Panthers are very efficient on offense. Northrop, those early turnovers and some penalties cost them big in the first half. Just never able to come back against Snider. And when you get down 3 scores against Snider, I don't care who you are, it's going to be a long night for your offense and your defense. And Coach Dorfler, he'll get things figured out. They've got a chance to end with a winning record this season. And if they can do that, that'd be a good accomplishment for them. If you're the Snider Panthers football players, I would highly suggest you get some rest tonight because you'll probably be doing some running this week after all of those penalties. And my sons, all 3 played at Snider, and it's usually not a good Monday or Tuesday after all your penalties. Snider next week, though, off to Dwenger. Another big game for the Snider Panthers, and those 2 teams are pretty good.
And it's right here.
Yep.
It's right here at Spooler Stadium. It's a home game for Snider as they host Dwenger. Also next week in the Summit Athletic Conference for week number 8, Carroll at Concordia, Northrop at Northside, Southside at Lourdes, Wayne at Homestead. And we're getting down towards the end of the season. Sectionals are just around the corner.
You'll be on your own next week, Jim.
All right, that's what I understand. You'll be seeing your son next week, right?
Yep, out to West Point.
All right, well, good working with you again, Ryan, and good working with the big guy here. Mr. Peterson again. I'd like to thank all of you for logging on tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And we'll be back with more next week here on SummitCitySports.com. So that's the story tonight here at Spooler Stadium. Again, your final score, the Snider Panthers 48, the Northrop Bruins 21. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Ryan Dellinger, our cameraman, Dave Peterson, I'm Jim Measle. Have a good night, everybody.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.